Hello, and welcome, friends, guests, fellow catstronauts, here with us live on Twitch and whenever you're watching this later on YouTube. I'm Ben, your DM for the evening, also known as Metamongoose over on the Crit Cats Discord, and tonight I'm running a game of Spelljammer with my friends and fellow Star Chasers. With me tonight is Nick, playing the Elven Star Druid Rothmere, Caleb, playing the Human Psy Warrior Fighter Victor, Ash playing the Shadar Kai Cleric of Order, Sylvana, and PB playing the Harangon Soul Knife Rogue, Decanawida. When last we left off, you guys had uncovered a plot to steal a bunch of stuff from the Academy, frame you for it, potentially. There was, one of your commanding officers died. That was a bit of a downer all around. And it only got worse from there. Turns out when you chose to effectively capture Meekin the traitor and wait until Bosun Tardo showed up to figure out what was going on, in the intervening time, you had learned that he was actually a more powerful mind mage than you had originally understood him to be, and he had edited not only his own memories but those of his two fellow cadets, so that they were under complete belief that it was you who had murdered Petty Officer Winston Ryback and tried to commandeer the spell-jamming tyrant ship to deliver it to Vokath, the evil Mercane. Well, as one would expect, you all were brought back to the Academy. A tribunal was formed. It did not go well. It just didn't. So we're gonna briefly time skip a little bit. It's been about it has been about 2 years since the nearly graduated class of 3C kind of foiled the plot of the traitor Meekin to steal the Beholder Tyrant vessel and deliver it to the Mercane. 2 years since the core tribunal failed to determine who was truly innocent of the conspiracy due to Meekin's magical memory meddling. It's a lot of M's. And ruled to wash their hands of the whole affair, exiling the cadets of 3C to the farthest reaches of Garden in lieu of disintegration. 2 years since Tardo gave you a stiff goodbye with an uncomfortable handshake and the surreptitious slip of a sack of coins, along with a knowing nod as you were ushered off the Hammerhead ship's gangplank and onto the bustling docks of Garden's port city, Greyhaven. In those 2 years, you've had to find your own way in this new and fascinating world. At least you had each other. But enough about the past. People have to survive. Life as an adventurer needs jobs and money. Your contacts at the Adventurers Guild have put you in touch with an eccentric sorcerer named Sindrel the Stargazer, who in turn sets you to rummage through the remains of an old temple in search of a clue to track a fallen star of some kind or another. It is said among those in the know that whoever manages to find a fallen star will be granted a wish come true, which maybe is something that you want. We shall see as this game continues. So we will move directly to the Monastery of the Arched Sky, where it is a couple of days north of Greyhaven, the port city in Garden. You have had a normal journey to get there. Had to do a little bit of excavating. It's an old temple that the boughs and roots of Garden have kind of reclaimed over the years. Let me activate it so we all move there. Just let me know when you load in.
Good.
For some reason, some of you are not. There we go.
There it is.
All right. So you find yourselves here. The bit of knowledge that you knew about this, why Sindral sent you here, is that a few years back there was an expedition that was supposed to have gone out here searching for some kind of ancient relic that would allow one to track the path of a fallen star. But that expedition never returned. And at some point, Sindral had got his hands on a little bit of journal notes from that expedition, and so that is why you are now here, in hopes that you can succeed where maybe that previous adventure had failed. The first place you find yourselves is a mostly ruined chamber. It probably used to be the antechamber of the temple. There are remnants of the previous expedition here. Various cots, boxes of supplies, mining equipment, all of it rotten or corroded past the point of usability in general. But this is where you find yourself at the moment. Feel free to wander around a little bit, possibly ask any questions. If you'd like to explore something, let me know.
Hey, what are we looking for around here?
Something that can locate a fallen star.
Yeah, some relic.
I'm gonna go take a
I
look
think
ahead.
we'll know it when we see it.
Yeah, I'm gonna go take a look ahead. Hey, oh, I got a cool thing I can do with you guys. Features. It is called Psychic Whispers. There you go. I can establish this telepathic connection between myself and others, based off sort of number of creatures equal to my proficiency bonus. That's 2, and then I roll a D6. Yeah, 1d6.
One of your energy dice.
Yes, I roll a D6, and that's how many hours I can do this for. So I can go on up ahead and let you guys know.
So who are you going to establish this connection with?
I'll connect with Sylvana and Victor.
Okay. So if you are roll a d6 so that we know how many hours it lasts.
5
It's going
hours.
to last about 5 hours. And if you're speaking psychically, make note of that.
Yep.
So that I know that it's not out loud.
Gotcha.
Just be careful when you find something.
Gotcha.
Holler.
I'm going to sneak off ahead, but I'm going to do it stealthily.
All right. You are free to do that.
It's at 20.
You think you're doing very well. It is dark up ahead, though. And you do not have dark vision. It is not far before you go beyond the light of the torch that you had in the entryway.
I'll take out a torch. It's my whatever bag that I have.
Okay. It is now much lighter for you.
Yeah. And I'll use that along the way.
Okay. You kind of pass the hall there, and you see that it looks like the hallway has kind of collapsed a little bit, but it looks like someone has mined out a passage that maybe a medium-sized creature could kind of squeeze through to the other side.
Okay.
So while you're doing that, what are the rest of you up to?
What kind of supplies do we got? I didn't know if we were provided supplies or if it was.
You just have your basic adventuring gear. You don't have any extra supplies.
Okay.
So.
And the Canwina said, I'm sorry, said that he was going to scout ahead and let us know. Do we know that he's going to communicate with us?
I would assume that when he like gets the link up, he kind of like, I don't know what happens when you get your link up and running. Do you give him like a little testing in the brain?
Yeah, I'll go testing. Can you hear me? Yeah. So at this point, you would know.
You guys have been adventuring for like 2-ish years together, so it is a familiar feeling.
Yes, I can hear you. I whisper anyway,
right.
I'm not understanding how it works.
I'll say in her head, you don't have to do the whisper thing. You can just think it, and I'll know.
I know. You told me before. I'm sorry.
Getting kicked out of Spelljammer Academy has been a definite confidence hit to Sylvana.
Yeah, I'd say I'm trying to not smirk at the humor of this, but yeah.
So what do, team? Victor, were you wandering up to the crates and stuff?
Yeah. Didn't know if we had anything new.
Okay.
I just didn't know if we were provided gear.
No, you just have your own gear. That's about it.
Like, I was gonna say, or is some person was who went missing?
Yes, this is from these. This is clearly the remains of the previous expedition.
Okay.
As you begin investigating the supplies, there seems to be all the crates have a red MB stamped on them in the rotten wood, but most of the materials inside are desiccated beyond use. They've been here for years.
Would we recognize the MB?
Make a intelligence check.
Okay. Intelligence check.
2 19s.
That's good. You remember when the crazy sorcerer was spouting off about where you needed to go, that the leader of the expedition was a halfling by the name of Magnus. And you assume, though you don't know his last name, that MB is maybe his personal mark. But yeah, digging through there, it's mostly just desiccated junk.
Okay.
While you're all digging through, Sylvana and Victor, you hear in your head, so there's a collapse up here ahead, but it looks like someone dug through it. I might be able to squeeze through. Why don't you guys come up here? I think you're good.
All right.
Okay.
There's nothing weird on any of the walls, right?
Make me a perception check as you wander that way. Now that you are scanning the walls. Rothmere, you notice that chunks of the wall here are kind of missing. The temple walls are made of like a heavy blocks of like fitted sandstone anyway. But there's a lot of wear and tear on them. You know, pieces are missing. There's large cracks. Some of the cracks have a lot of spider web in them, possibly more spider web than you would like.
Noted.
And you think as you walk by one that you hear like a scrape of like foot, like little leg claws on stone.
Do any of you guys have problems with spiders?
Not at all.
I mean,
Oh, you said spiders?
I don't.
Yeah, Deck.
Like, are we talking like the big ones, like they have back at home?
Maybe.
I'm not a big fan of those things. They're kind of freaky.
I mean, a little bit.
There's a
Why
lot
do you
of
ask
webbing.
about the spiders?
There's a lot of webs. A lot of.
Why do you
webs.
ask about the spiders? You ask, as a spider appears from the large crack. It is a wolf spider, giant in size. It has a friend coming from another crack. Let us roll initiative now that you have drawn their attentions.
Attentions or ire?
I mean, spiders don't have ire.
They have a lot of ires. They're on their head.
Yeah.
No reason, Savannah. I was asking for no reason at all.
as the spider like comes out of the crack and starts like
No.
clicking at you with its little pedipalps.
They look friendly.
They do look friendly, and one of them would like to gently massage Victor with its bite.
No.
Oh, no.
But it did not hit. So it kind of like lunges at you, and its little fangs kind of bite into your armor, but don't penetrate in a meaningful way. Sylvana, what are you doing? The spider has pulled up in front of you, or behind you, I guess, as the case may be.
I'm thinking it's a good thing he wasn't asking how we felt about dragons. But I don't like being close to these creatures. But I'm just gonna go ahead and cast. No, it's too soon for that. I'm just gonna go ahead and. Oh, well, I'm too close to it. I'm just gonna disengage.
Okay.
And position myself
Elsewhere.
a little better.
Not
Okay.
here.
So you like disengage and like back up from it and just kind of look at Rothamir and be like, this is yours now.
Yes. Rothamir, you were wondering about spiders. There you go.
All right. Victor?
I see a spider friend that seems to want to be friends. I'm just gonna stick it with a sword. Badly?
You are not going to stick it with a sword. You try to stick it with a sword and it spiders up out of your way and just kind of like hisses at you with its little pedipalp mouth.
Well, it's my turn.
Deck,
now-
you have a
Oh, that's my fault.
Deck. You have a torch in one hand.
Yeah. So drop that torch on the ground, and as the torch leaves the hand, you see the blue psychic blade appear in my right hand.
Okay.
Go ahead, target first. Is it just alt-click to target?
Yes.
Yeah, it is. Okay, great. All right, and fire off the first one.
That's good.
And sneak attack, which is under features. An additional 3.
That spider does not look well.
And then the left hand, you'll see the black and crimson dagger with the sickle off of the backside. Fling that one as well.
Nice.
That's a dead spider.
I will then move here and end my turn.
All right. The other giant spider, having lost its closer target of Sylvana, will move on to its next closest target, which is Rothamir. Maybe if I click on the right spider. Let's try this. There we go. but it does not hit. It tries to bite at you to no avail, Rothamir.
Yeah, I am not happy with that spider trying to bite at me.
And
So
it's now your turn.
we'll see if a nice scimitar can help with that.
Excuse me.
Ouch.
Okay.
Ah, painful. You give the spider a good hurting, but it's still standing.
I'm not happy
Sylvana?
with that, but
Well, now that I'm a little further away, I'm gonna go ahead and hit it with Toll of the Dead.
Okay.
Bonk.
See if it actually works this time.
Did it?
No, it succeeded its save, sadly.
Damn.
Oh no!
One of these days it's gonna work, and I'm gonna get to see like the cool animation we did for it. All right. Victor?
I will sidestep Savala. Shift. Halt. Done. Oh, he was trying to hit again.
Everyone's
Right,
targeting the spider. Oh,
Nice.
jeez.
oh yeah.
Not a dead spider.
It's a very dead spider. You kind of like come up and just cleave it like right in half. Just cut like the main leg right off of it, and as it kind of slips over, you just get it right in the middle, where the thorax meets the middle section there, and just
Oof.
right in half.
We no longer have spider problems.
So as I was
Uh,
going to say, gang, we should probably keep our eye out on the cracks in these walls and how much the spider webs are building up in them.
Yeah, that's probably a good idea.
But yeah,
Yeah, I think so.
you do see now that the spiders have kind of moved out, that there is like a little spider lair in that crack. Looks like it has some like dehydrated weasels and rabbits wrapped up in bits of webbing, but that's about it.
Does it look like there's any spider eggs in there?
None that you can see, unless you want to
Alright.
crawl in there after them.
No need. I'll take the torch and I'll touch it to the web.
Okay. It begins burning away all the web inside. And as far as you can tell, there is nothing left in that crack anymore.
Is there another one over where the other spider popped out of?
Yeah. You just go over there and set that one on fire too. All right. So two brief spider fumigation fires later, you are back to where you were, spider free.
So as I was saying, guys,
happy about it.
you guys want to like come through here and we'll see what's on the other side?
All right, let's try it.
All right. So you are free to move into the space. It is a great chamber. When you enter into it, don't move too far. Here, let me pause. Yeah, game paused. There we go. So it is this great chamber. Looks like it was maybe once a crypt of some kind. It looks like largely succumbed to the passages of time, and it looks like it has also been lightly raided at some point. Heaps of earth kind of push through the sandstone walls in some places. There are the walls that are still there though are decorated with reliefs of like swirling clouds and shining stars. The flagstone floors are very put together, but they're marred by deep cracks in a few places. There's a vaulted ceiling that rises about 15 feet overhead. The ceiling is painted a deep royal blue, flecked with countless flakes of mica and quartz. When you enter in with the torch, various other lights magically become lit all around, lighting the room and causing those mica bits and quartz bits to glitter like stars. It looks like a night sky in here.
I think we're in the right place.
How much like a night sky?
Very much like a night sky. I need to. I will let you move into the central of the room, real quick if you wish. And then while I check something really quick about your characters. Okay. Deck, Rothamir, Sylvana, and Victor. Okay, all of you notice as you kind of enter into the room that there are dried mud tracks that crisscross the whole place. They appear just all over the room.
Mud tracks.
Looks like someone's been here before.
Small size. I was looking at small size creature.
A perception check or no, an investigation check or nature check will be required to determine the nature of these tracks. Victor, you are certain of one thing. These are not human tracks, or at least humanoid tracks of any kind. They are from a large creature of some sort.
Oh. Be on your guard, guys. There's a large creature around here. Something.
I'm always on my guard.
Wonderful. Do I actually recognize any of the? I've been staring at the ceiling more than I have the floor. Do I recognize any of the star patterns that I'm seeing up there?
No, it looks just like the night sky.
Okay.
There aren't any particular patterns in the ceiling.
Okay.
It looks like a type of room that would keep a beast.
These down here at the bottom, do they look just like chests or?
Yes, they do.
Hey guys, I'm gonna go over here and check one of these chests out and make sure it's not booby trapped. Just give me a second, okay?
Oh.
I'm gonna approach it and I'm gonna first look over the chest, look for any traps.
Okay. A investigation check will be required.
13.
As far as you're concerned, they are not trapped.
Okay. I'm gonna check to see if it's locked.
It's definitely not that.
Okay. I'm going to take one of my daggers, put it into the opening, and flick it up and take a quick step back.
Okay. You flick up the lid and like hop back a little bit. Inside looks to be relatively rummaged through and empty.
Okay. I'm going to repeat the same steps with this side.
All right. As you go to do that, anyone else doing something?
I was just gonna slowly look around the room.
Yeah, so I was check out these sarcophagi.
Okay.
And I'm just keeping an eye out on deck. I remember that one time he opened a chest and it wasn't pretty. That's
fair. The sarcophagi are, again, relatively rummaged through already. The lids have all been either leveraged off or smashed open. You're guessing the previous adventuring party has had a turn at these before you. Inside are, nothing but like scraps of cloth and some dusty skeletons that appear long dead because, they're skeletons. The bones are jumbled and disturbed. If there was anything of worth here, it's not anymore.
Yeah, other than that, I'm just walking around the room.
Okay. As you, Victor, as you head to the northern side of the room, you notice that the mud tracks seem much more prevalent in the first path that you would come to going north.
So, like this extra area?
Um,
Right there? Okay.
yeah, that area.
Oh. Trying to get this pinger to go away.
It did. We're good. Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, that first passage that you would come to going north, that is where all the mud tracks seem to coalesce more than anywhere else. So down south by the chests, Deck, you are trying to open another chest.
Yep.
It is probably trapped.
Probably trapped?
Yeah.
All right. I'm going to approach it with my dagger again, and I'm going to slide it underneath the opening. As soon as I hear or feel anything off, I'm going to take a step back.
This must be a really good trap because you don't ever hear anything when you slide the knife under it.
Yeah. I'll in Sylvana's ear, I'll go, huh. So this chest is definitely trapped, but it's a really good trap because I can't seem to find it.
Perhaps you should leave this one alone.
Yeah, you're probably right.
So features exits of the room. To be clear, to the east, there is what appears to be some kind of a stone door carved with ornate patterns in between where the little sconces are. To the north, near the top of the sarcophagi, there's another door. Then there's the passage also to the north where all the mud tracks are going, as well as a third passage to the north on the western side of the room. These are all exits out of here.
Tracks looks like it heads towards the northeastern door. Northeast.
Yes, the northeastern middle, the middle north door.
This door.
Yes, that one.
Should we check some of these other doors out?
You could. I'm just letting you know where the footsteps lead to. Present.
Well,
I mean, rather than walking where there's some enemy that we think is, shouldn't we make sure that there's nothing coming behind us?
I can't argue with that logic.
Neither can I. Pick a door, Deck. And pick a door, any door.
Deck's gonna go over to this door. Does the door appear to be trapped?
That door, make an investigation roll. It does not appear to be trapped.
Cool. I'll reach for, is there like a handle or something?
There is not. It is a stone door. It does not... It has some kind of like ornate pattern on it, but otherwise you do not see a door handle of any kind.
Alright, this door looks like it's not trapped, but also doesn't have a doorknob. I can't get in.
It's not a push door?
I mean, you can go check it out.
I'm curious. I'm going to take a look at the ornate markings on the door.
Okay. Make for me a Arcana roll. It's pretty good. So looking at the various patterns, you can kind of see the logic on the door. It depicts locations of several celestial objects at precise times of the year. And each of those objects is marked with like a small arcane rune. You're guessing that either this door opens at a specific time of year, or there is some kind of mechanism elsewhere in the dungeon that would maybe cause it to open.
think I will take this moment to jot down some notes about those markings just to be safe.
Okay.
Could be fun to come back whenever that's the right time of year, too. Who knows?
I'll still try to open the door.
How will you try to open the door?
There's no handle. I'll push.
Okay.
No, I don't. I have no direction where the hinges.
Make just a strength athletics roll. It does not move.
Door stuck.
All right. Take a look over here at this door.
All right. It is a wooden door. Does not appear to be locked.
Check for traps.
If it was trapped, it is no longer trapped.
Cool. Open the door.
That's beautiful.
As you kind of open the door, light, multicolored light, kind of spills out into the room.
Oh shit!
It's
That's my fault.
beautiful.
Wow, guys, come check out this room.
You guys got to see this.
It's amazing.
Deck wanders into the weird glowy room.
Deck is a bug, and that is a bug zapper.
It 100% is. Feel free to wander in a little further.
Ooh, sure.
So everyone else can kind of slip by.
Oh, yeah, sure, absolutely.
So this magnificent room houses the remains of a strange orrery. It looks like at one point there's a lot of glowing magical circles on the floor. One thing of note that is very apparent to you as you step onto the first tile deck is that all of the tiles in this room are floating. They're floating above the solid ground, and your first step kind of sinks a little bit, but it's like kind of stepping on like a floating log in the water, one tile at a time. And all of the flagstones around the center of the room have a strange magic circle or various runes carved into them. And the 4 pillars seem to have like control cranks that may do something. But that is what you see when you immediately enter into the room. Who would like to do a thing?
Can I look at the pillar closest to us and see if there's any of those markings from that door by it?
Sure.
I was actually gonna do the same. Well, I was in the door, so I
Make
was
me
inspecting.
a Arcana check.
I was inspecting the mechanisms of the pillars.
Yeah, I want to take a closer look at the pillars as well.
Okay. Those of you trained in Arcana can make that. The rest of you can just make investigation checks.
E.
All right. Deck, you are pretty certain, almost beyond a reasonable doubt, that these pillars can be used to influence the shape of the magical circle and orrery that float above it. You also notice that there are various runes carved on the planets and various pathway metals that allow the orrery to function. And you're certain that if you turned various cranks and stuff on these pillars, you could rearrange where the celestial objects of the orrery align. But at the moment, they don't seem to be aligning on their own. They seem to be stuck.
So these things, if you rotate them, like the things up there are gonna move, but I think they might be stuck right now, but like if we align them the right way, maybe something good will happen. I don't know.
Yeah, Rothmere, you kind of like pour over the sigils, and you're not. I mean that tracks what he said, but you're not entirely sure to what end.
And it's
Other
like,
than
I'm not sure.
you have an idea about that door behind you, but other than that, there are probably other permutations that you cannot account for.
Like, for example, which pillar is pillar 1?
Stuff like that, yeah.
Uh,
What do you guys think we should do?
You said we could move it. Do you have an idea how to move these?
Pretty sure they move like this. I'm going to go over to the crank on the first pole. I'm going to start to
You
move.
start cranking.
Yeah.
All right. So as you start cranking, several of the tiles begin like twisting and moving around to refit into a new shape. And when that happens,
Oh.
I roll a dice.
Okay.
When that happens, a bit of energy, kind of like all of the tiles like align into a new shape, and a energy kind of courses through that shape, and Victor,
Yes.
you are assailed
Ah.
by magic.
I would like to refuse said magic.
Well, we'll find out if you do. Good news. You only took half the damage.
Took 7.
As,
Ow!
your mind is just assaulted by these like maddening whispers of like weird chants and strange prophecies and visions of like darkness and like creatures from the nether realms, all at once, just assaulting your brain.
What's wrong, Victor? What's wrong?
I don't know.
I look around.
Then it stops. Like as soon as as fast as it happens, it ends.
Whatever
Wait.
you did, it slapped me.
I did that? Oh, dude, I'm so sorry. Maybe if I go backwards, it'll fix it.
No!
It's cranking the other way.
No!
Do you crank the other way?
No, I'm tempted to say to make some sort of check to see if he's able to stop me in time.
He's in no condition to stop you from doing anything at the moment.
Are any of you going to stop me?
Aside from the no deck, no.
No one's going to physically stop you, it seems.
It doesn't seem. Like.
All right, then I crank it the other way.
All right. Rothamir. The sigils light up just like before, with a dark energy. And you as well are assaulted with the exact same visions. You also succeed your saving throw, but take an amount of damage.
And Jack, as this is going on,
as various like, it's now you know what Victor went through, as various strange whispers and chants and languages you can't even begin to comprehend, and visions of just terror kind of course through your brain.
As I finish cranking it back, I'll turn to Victor and I'll go, Victor, did that help?
No.
Wait,
Rothamir
I'm not
from
talking
the
to you
other
yet.
side.
Hold on.
Rothamir's like, no.
Wait, Dick. I don't think something is causing them pain. And hang on a second. Like Rothamir.
Don't crank the pillars.
Gotcha. Sorry,
So
guys.
how can?
Ugh.
Are you both certain that he was cranking the pillar that caused this pain?
Well, we could stand here for a few minutes without cranking the pillars to see if it happens. But I think that's a good guess.
Can we take a look around the room, see if there's any markings on the wall that might give away what the pattern is?
So the walls themselves are not like adorned. Well, they're not more adorned than anywhere else. It looks like the Ori system itself is the thing that is covered with various runes and like mechanical structures. If you'd like to make an investigation check, just looking around, you're welcome to.
Sure.
It's like a pool. It's like, what is this blue thing over here?
That's water. Would you like to go investigate it?
I would like to investigate the water.
Okay, I'll get with you in a second.
Alright.
Deck, you can really make no headway on this. It's a weird mechanical contraption that is not for you, apparently.
Obviously. At this
The
point.
only crank in the pillar is the one that Deck moved.
Do what?
Are there any other
all of
cranks?
the pillars have cranks.
It's a question I probably should have asked earlier. The
Yes.
symbols on the door, how many were there?
About 11.
Huh. Oh.
About as many as there are, like, now that you're looking, about as many as there are celestial objects in the Ori system that is built here.
Oh boy.
What if everybody leaves the room? Rotating the crank did not seem to affect Deck. Just an idea.
While you guys are having that discussion about the Orrery, Victor, you wander over to the pool.
Mm-hmm.
It is looks like a sinkhole in the floor that has flooded, creating a surprisingly deep pool. Looks like very steep sides. It's probably about 20 feet deep, you think. You can tell because the water is almost crystal clear, and you can see like small glittering fish and like crabs and stuff kind of crawling around and swimming in it. At the very bottom, there seems to be like a little muddy bottom with some like large bones sticking out of it.
Oh, like big bones, little bones.
No, a very large bone sticking out of it, like protruding from the ground. If you'd like to know more about it, a perception or medicine roll would probably be involved.
I'll do perception. It's water.
Water, mud, large bone. That's what you get. Gonna do anything with that information, or just kind of?
It's water over here. There's a bone at the bottom of the water. Mud. Wait, mud.
You do see over to the west of you, the mud tracks come out of that passage and into the pool.
Let's just take a few steps back. Guys, I think I know where the creature hides.
Oh. Did it see you?
No. I hope.
He's like, I don't know. I didn't quite see it. That's how that works. If I can't see it, it can't see me, right?
I mean, there's bones in the bottom of the water. Maybe it died and stayed dead.
But
okay, so
anyway,
let's...
the rest of you are
not
over here like
disturb it.
playing with the Ori or investigating it some more. Rothamir, give it a moment without weird, maddening whispers assaulting your brain, and without having the Ori kind of move around as it is constantly cranked one way or the other. You definitely detect that all of the runes on the door in the room south of you are present here in the celestial objects of the Ori.
Okay. Well,
But they are not currently in an appropriate position.
okay. Well, I don't like this, but I think we need to change everything around so that these sigils are in the proper same order that they are around that other door.
Okay.
The good news is you wrote those down.
Yeah.
How much does each one need cranked?
That's a good question.
I mean, you're pretty sure that comparing your notes, if each of you hopped on a pillar, you could make it work.
I wonder if cranking at the same time will not make it do that.
I don't know.
I'll take this one.
Hope.
All right.
Or it'll hurt double.
Some of these, when you try to all work at the same time at this, there's a lot of catching and clicking along with the cranks. I need all of you to make athletics checks to crank in the right way to align it appropriately.
Come on. What was that?
I don't know what happened there. Rothamir, you did your part. The rest of you not so much. Your bits kind of fall into place where you want, but no one else's seem to. And then unfortunately, Deck, your piece kind of falls out of alignment just in time for something to happen. Let's find out what that something is.
I'll get back.
Ruh-roh.
You get slammed with visions just pouring into your head. There's a shooting star crossing the astral plane, and then it immediately cuts to a shadowy group of figures standing with a group of like dark-skinned elves that are freckled with glinting light. There's a ferocious human king draped in furs commanding an army of warriors. And then it cuts to like a dragon burning the world tree and everything in it. And then it cuts again to a creature, a white sea turtle-like creature with 6 flippers. And then just as soon as it began, the vision cuts out.
The white sea turtle, the bone that was in the water there, does that look...
Did you go over and take a look at that?
No, Deck did not go over.
Then you're unsure.
Okay, I will relay all of that. The shooting star, the dark figures, the dark...
As the light like flares up, you see Deck's eyes like flash with light, uncharacteristic of any of his normal psychic powers, and then they immediately kind of like come back to themselves and begin relaying this information to you.
Oh, that's crazy. This big sea turtle. This thing had like 6 flippers on it. It was giant. Can't hear you.
Sorry.
Oh.
Sorry. Don't remember anything like that being taught at the academy.
Nope. That was not in the books.
Maybe we should try again. Maybe we can get it this time.
Well, let's try to concentrate a little bit. Try to visualize the symbols.
Visualize success.
And I go ahead and cast guidance on.
On who?
I don't know. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm gonna go on the lucky rabbit.
Seems good.
At least.
Say, do I know if I need to redo mine as well, or
Redo your what?
my cranking?
It's a group effort. Everyone has to redo their cranking.
Okay.
So if we crank again, athletic checks will be required.
I'm not sure if the guidance took. I got a message. Did it work?
Somebody's got guidance.
I was not trying to do that. I was trying to read it.
There you go.
Go ahead and make your rolls, and if it doesn't proc, we'll just roll an extra d4.
So athletics?
Yes.
Not.
Okay, so do another d4 to add to yours. All right, so that gets you up to 11.
Waiting
We just need silver.
Yeah.
All right. So second time through is a little easier than the first. It does look like some of the tiles kind of grind in a weird way that they're not supposed to, but then they kind of slip in to that last place, and a like pulse of energy goes across the floor, and you hear a clicking from the south that you think you may have unlocked a door.
Huh. Did you guys hear
I
that?
heard something. Yeah, I think I heard something. It came from the south.
You go check it.
Sure.
as well.
It's like we're doing it.
As I walk towards the south, I do glance at the water, make sure it's not
It is as
moving.
placid as it was before.
Okay.
Right, Dick. Help me give it a push.
All right, I'm with you. I'm going to put both hands on your back and push you.
All right.
Push it open.
Careful, guys.
Between the two of you, you can very easily open it.
Oh.
Inside this particular room is a treasure chest of sorts. It looks like it was maybe used to store holy vestments worn for important ceremonial occasions. Once the chamber's door is kind of slid away, you can see that inside is a dark room containing various ceremonial robes, kind of like hanging on the walls, and a small, fancy-looking chest.
Jack, I think this is your forte.
It is, as you do you want to wander in there?
Yep.
As you wander in there, you see that there is a trunk. It is made of polished wood, kind of banded with gold. Small inlaid mother-of-pearl stars decorate the edges of the chest, and a simple clasp just holds it shut.
I'm going to investigate it. Are there any traps?
There do not appear to be any.
All right. I will move the clasp out of the way and use my dagger to flip it open and take a step back.
Okay. Nothing happens when you do that.
Like it doesn't open?
No. I mean, it flips open, but it doesn't.
Gotcha.
Like nothing exciting happens when you do that.
I'll peer in. What do I see?
Inside is a neatly folded robe, woven of dense black silk and embroidered with tiny glittering stars across the shoulders and chest. So it's a much fancier looking one than the others.
Looks like some head church person's cloak.
I'll pull it out and I'll
It is miraculously intact, almost perfectly so.
Huh. I'll bring it out and hey guys, what do you think this is?
Yeah, it's like considering the wear and tear of the other robes, this one is in perfect condition.
Gotta be some head honchos, clerical robe.
It looks nice.
You said there's stars on it?
Yes, around the shoulders, there's some stars kind of sewn into it. They seem to
stars?
glitter. They seem to like glitter in the light.
Rothamir, you like stars?
I'll take a look at those stars, see if there's anything interesting about them or different.
Okay. What are you doing to? Are you just looking them over?
Yeah.
Nothing special.
Maybe an Arcana check or something, but
sure.
that's about all I could do at the moment.
An Arcana check would be helpful. You are certain that this is a magical item.
Oh, I think you should put it on.
You are 100% certain that this is a magical item.
The question is what does it do?
Put it on. Put it on. Put it on.
Jack's like,
Oh yeah.
You are a horrible, incorrigible source of peer pressure.
Yeah.
I move
And
away
you're
a little bit.
And I think you're entirely right. I shall step one step away from everyone just in case. And now I shall put the robe on.
Okay.
How does it feel?
Soft.
Glowy?
Soft, glowy, a little
Soft, glowy, a little flowy.
bit. You feel stylish.
Do you have to like study it maybe?
Shit.
So you probably have to.
Do you feel anything?
It's the comfiest robe you've ever worn.
I feel comfortable.
You look cool.
You
You
do.
do- you
I
do look
mean,
cool.
you do look
Yeah.
really distinguished.
But reminds me of when you hopped into that wardrobe there, Deck.
Oh, dude, that was so awesome. Did I ever tell you guys what happened with that? And at this point, you probably would have put about 60.
Yeah.
Just a few.
We have.
It was so cool. I came
no-
out and I was like stylish. I was clean.
I'm sure you looked wonderful.
Maybe that's what this chest is, and I'll go hop in the chest.
Back
I wonder if so now the stars on the robe, now that he's wearing it, are around the shoulder. Do
Mhm.
they form a shape now?
No, not in a. Well, I mean, like they. We posted a picture for you in the Realm Space chat. Sorry, because I was silly and forgot to actually make a pop out journal entry for it, like I should have. But it's very stylish looking.
Yes, it is.
Fits you really well.
In multiple ways. Am I feeling any magical
I mean, you are positive that
towards
this is
the-
magical,
I know it is, but am I like?
but without like actually casting Identify or attempting like a short rest so that you can, like, assuming that this was a thing that required attunement, you would need to spend time with it to attune to it for it to reveal its magic to you if you don't immediately cast like Identify on it.
Didn't we get a whole bunch of scrolls like last session?
No, you got one scroll last session. It was a scroll of rope trick,
That's right. No, we got a whole bunch of pearls.
which I don't think we actually gave to somebody on equipment, but we'll use it as needed, and if not, I'll add it later.
Brasamir,
Yes.
cloak is not speaking to you, is it? I've heard stories of cursed items that when you wear them, they talk to you. Do you hear anything besides us?
Come to dark side.
Yeah,
Deck
you
saying
hear
from the other
Deck in your head psychically.
I think he's the only one
I hear a voice telling me about dark
Oh, there we
side
go.
and cookies. No.
So there's
no,
there's the cloak.
Give Sylvana a wet willy.
Well, since you don't seem to be cursed, I think I can. I think I could get more information on it later when we have a chance to rest.
I agree. I think we could.
Alright.
I'm not feeling any ill effects at the moment, so that's a good sign
Yes.
at least.
Meanwhile, if it does start, if you do start feeling that, you know, just let us know if you hear anything or feel tempted to do anything out of the norm.
No problem.
All right. So from here, where next?
Wait, you want to go check out that pool of water real quick?
Well, I think there was a monster in it.
Well, maybe
There was
there was a bone in it.
Deck hops out of the chest and comes out and goes, "Do I look cleaner?"
No, but the chest still looks amazing.
Oh,
It's banded with gold, little bits of like pearl stars like set in it.
Is it stuck to the floor?
It is 100% not.
Oh, well, we'll come back for it later, guys.
cool.
Dak, you're in charge of reminding me to go grab it.
Before we leave,
Right.
make sure I get that art object.
Yeah.
It's
So you-
probably worth money.
So you want me to remind you to get that chest before we?
Yes.
Gotcha. Hey Victor,
Yes.
remember to get that chest before we?
Alright, great, thanks.
Gotcha.
All right, and then Deck
Hey.
wanders off without you.
Deck, wait for us, Deck.
I'm gonna take the road less traveled and try to let's go travel because I saw this whole.
Yes.
Alright, I'm gonna take
Oh,
the
no.
road less traveled.
No.
Whoa.
Do you want
Hold
a little
on,
bit of scouting?
Hold on, Victor. I'm going.
Brasamir.
Victor's going
Brasamir,
off on his own. I'm
Oh no,
following
Victor
him.
went one way, Deck went. I lost sight of Deck, Victor. Brasamir.
It's now chaos.
I'm
No.
stealthy.
Victor, I'm gonna try to find. Brasamir, I'm gonna try to find Deck.
Okay.
Good luck. I'll keep
Oh,
an
no.
eye on this one.
Oh my god. He might have fallen in the water. The monster might. Oh my god.
You hear in your head, you hear in your head. Oh, I think I fell in the water. Come help me.
Oh no. Oh no.
Character
And I
go.
take a peek inside the water.
All right, make for me a perception check.
Where did I go? It's my character.
You're hiding.
Oh, gotcha.
All right, you look in the water. All you see down there, other than the glittering fish, are bone and like a large bone protruding from the mud, but that's about it. You don't see Deck.
Why do I follow this rabbit? Why? I move around.
As Victor turns that corner, Deck jumps out from behind the wall and tries to jump on his face and go, "Yeah!" and grab onto it.
Well, I want that attack roll.
Wait,
is that-
roll real quick just to
Is
see
that-
just to see if you connect.
Or
Oh,
I
you
fail.
little
Just roll a d20.
Roll just 1d20.
Yeah.
This one.
Deck has not learned yet that jumping out on the fighter is a bad idea. No. So you just jump out, like, glomp onto him, like, I gotcha!
Yeah.
Go pick him up and throw him to the ground.
You kind of fluffy, you just kind of bounce lightly on the ground, and you're like, gotcha!
Look at him and go, I'm a spider.
You'd be smarter when I squish you!
You little.
I'm not actually hitting with longsword, but it was a simple stack roll.
Sylvana, make me a perception check.
Ooh.
Sylvana.
Oh boy. And as I'm doing that, I'm telling Deck, someday your jokes are gonna get somebody. Never mind.
Yeah, but they were funny.
It was funny, huh?
But it was funny.
Sylvana, as you're kind of like trying to corral these children, there is you notice a bloop of water and air coming up from the pool beneath you or behind you.
I turn around.
A small trail of bubbles from somewhere down there has reached the surface.
And I try to do that. I don't know exactly how it works, but I try to think to tell Deck to back off telepathically.
Oh.
And I start kind of like, I kind of start putting my hands on my side and start slowly walking backwards.
Okay. You're all free to back away from this area if you so desire.
This is where the footsteps went.
Monster.
Nothing seems to come out after you.
I'll go check it out.
I saw bubbles.
I guess I'll stealth.
Oh Jesus!
I'll stealth down there. I said I was gonna go. I'll stealth.
I see dead.
I'll stealth, says the least stealthy one among you.
Ching, ching, ching.
Yeah, I'll stealth. Clank, clank, clank.
I got my sword drawn just in case.
Okay. You look down. It's as you saw before. It is a pool of clearish water. There's little fishes swimming around in it. A few crabs at the bottom. Giant bony protrusion in the mud.
Victor, there's something in there. I saw bubbles.
Oh, cool. Let me
Oh
just see.
no! Oh no!
I'll look down as well.
Make a perception check.
Rosamir, I have no control over them. You try to do something.
They are young. I mean,
So a 16 is not bad. You are fairly certain that the bone protrusions at the bottom of the pool are all connected, and they are part of a large dragon skull covered in sediment.
Guys, I think there's a dragon skull in there.
What?
Yeah, that's super cool. You want to go get it?
I don't
Sylvana,
think
you
that's a
had
good
to.
idea. I don't think that's a good idea.
Sylvana, you had to say that
Wait.
at least it wasn't dragons earlier, didn't you?
How big is it?
Jesus.
How big of an object would you say it is?
Massive. So you guys take up a 5-foot square. The skull takes up about a 15-foot square.
Oh, so it's not going to be able to come
And
up
if you
through that
get-
hole.
I mean,
And even
it
if you
can,
get to it,
like
Should-
even if
arguably.
you can get to it, how are you gonna bring it up? It's
Oh,
probably
well,
heavy.
Easy.
Let's
We have ropes.
let's leave the skull for now. I say.
And what about the bubbles that I saw?
You no longer see bubbles.
Maybe it was just trapped oxygen underneath the skull.
Or maybe the dragon's alive.
Um,
Put that thought in my head.
Did we
What
ever
are you guys gonna
check
do with a
that,
dragon head anyway?
friends? Did we ever check the other path?
We do
No.
not.
Say,
No, because you guys are too busy playing with the rule.
We're gonna check the water first.
perhaps we should leave the water alone for now and go check this other path.
Okay.
All right.
Goodness, good job, thank you.
All right. I'm gonna stealth up here.
Okay.
No problem.
Just the wind.
You are very stealthy.
I'm up to
Yeah.
here.
I'm gonna
Okay.
light my bullseye lantern.
When you get up to there, the other two sconces at the end of the hall alight. And you see a... One second.
Thank you, sir.
There. Everyone else can make it towards where deck is. In the middle of the floor, near the top of the stairs, looks to be a corpse that has been charred by fire. The only thing of note beyond the two sconces is a statue that seems to... a stone statue that seems to guard the room, depicting some kind of a celestial guardian.
Not it.
Anyone want to go check out that burn body? I don't know about you guys. The fire kind of does wonders for my fur, and I don't really want to singe all this off. I kind of worked hard to get it in its right
There's
spot.
the body.
I mean, I can try this.
I take a look at the body.
All right, so you go up to the body. Make for me a medicine check. Very good medicine check. So you are looking it over. This is obviously the corpse of a half-elf female of some kind. Definitely burned to death on the spot. Probably a few years old. Like a few years, like she's been here a few years. Not that she is a few years old. But definitely died here by fire very quickly.
I'd say a quick prayer.
Okay.
And I look around the room instinctively just to see where the fire might have come from.
Okay. You do also notice that there's like a long sword that is in the body's hand, but everything else on them is burned, basically beyond recovery.
I take a look at the long sword. I know that
Looks fairly fairly common. It's not like superly engraved with anything or fancied up in any way.
Alright.
It's just made of metal, so it doesn't burn as well.
I leave it undisturbed.
Okay. Beyond the statue and the corpse are some stairs that go down.
Is there anything to note about this statue besides...
You gonna go investigate the statue?
I will take a look at it, yeah.
Okay. A perception check or investigation check will be helpful. I just need to know which one you're doing. Perception? You look around at the statue, nothing of interest. You can't discern anything of note about it. It's just a stone statue.
Wonder what set fire to this person.
Well, it is standing in front of the statue, so I wouldn't touch the statue just in case.
These are the statues is of a guardian.
Yeah, some kind of a celestial guardian.
No, I don't know. Give me a check to discern what type it is.
What do you mean? Like what
Like-
type of celestial? It's just a fancy looking statue. It depicts some celestial creature of religious significance, but nothing of great import.
Okay.
I look. Well, I look through my bag and I start taking my dress out because my intention was to wave it in front of the statue to see if anything
Kind of
happens.
like a flag, just kind of
But
waving in front.
right, but then I, I stare at my dress for a little bit, and I just remember how beautiful it is, and I'm like, nah, I put it back in my bag.
I mean,
Seems good.
I'm pretty quick. I could probably get through there. See if I could trigger it.
Here, let me try something.
You are quick.
I'm
And
going
heal
to...
you.
I know this isn't exactly a 10-foot pole, but I'm gonna take out my shovel.
Okay.
I'm gonna press right in front, basically right where the corpse is underneath it.
Okay. The tile that the corpse is laying on sinks into the ground a little bit, and you hear a click, but nothing happens.
Okay, maybe we just shouldn't step on that one.
Just jump over it.
I'll try to take a running jump
Okay.
and land over here.
You very easily do that. As a rabbit person, you are well versed at running jumps. It is nothing to you to jump over this corpse.
Well, you seem to have made it okay.
Blue Skidoo weekend 2.
I'll follow suit.
All right. You hop over just fine.
All right, I too line myself up and quickly hop over.
Oh, let me move.
All right. Rothamir, it's just you then.
Gonna go ahead and take the leap as well.
All right. So you guys make it into the next chamber. So as you enter in to this room, there's a stone kind of lintel above the doorway leading into this room that says, "Enter here, the path of stars. Let them guide us in the night." Again, inside this simple room here, the walls are painted with a multitude of stars, depicting the night sky as it appeared across Garden and all the planets therein. The statues in the room that you can see are kind of holding court over the room, but otherwise there is nothing of major note here.
Seeing
It says follow the path of stars, right?
It does say that.
And look at the ceiling. Is there like a...
The whole room is
Okay.
covered in a starry expanse.
Are there any stars that look different from the others?
Not that you can tell, no.
This right here is like automatically lighting up toward...
Yes, all these little wall sconces are magically lighting as you enter the rooms.
Okay.
seeing how Victor had tested that one tile underneath the corpse. Can we try to test out some of the tiles that are in front of these other statues or around them to see if they also trigger?
Sure.
You want my shovel?
Oh, let me unpause the game. I apologize.
I'll pass
Yeah.
Rothamir my shovel.
You passed to Rothamir or Deck?
Yeah. Sorry, Deck. Oh,
Gotcha.
Okay.
So I'll come over
All right.
here.
Make for me an investigation check with advantage because you have this tool to work with.
So that's Alt. Yes.
Very good.
It was
So,
also 1, 2.
After a little bit of prodding, you are certain that the tiles in front of, because the statues are facing, like one of them is facing south and the other is facing north. So the line of tiles to the south of the one on the northern part of the room that's facing south, all of those are trigger tiles. And the 2 tiles to the north of the one of the lower one that's facing to the north, those are all trigger tiles. And you're very certain that the statues fire darts out of them. Or at least did, because when you use the shovel to like click on the tiles, you hear a click, but they don't actually fire anything. But you can see where they would fire darts out of.
Okay. Deck would test all 4 of them in front of the north tower and the 2 in front of the south tower multiple times, just to make sure that there's no extra darts in there, and then give the all.
Yeah, you are certain that whatever they're either deactivated or they're whatever it is, they're not firing.
And hand the shovel back over and go, here you go, big guy.
Oh. I am the Shovel Knight.
So what next?
Go to the next room. Unless there's anything else in this room.
You do not see anything else of note in this room.
Charge. Follow the path of stars.
Down this hallway that you wander down, you see at the end of it there is a door, but also to the north of you, a door about halfway down the hallway.
Check this door for traps.
Okay.
See.
It is not trapped, but it is 100% locked. But you can see that you can actually see the lock here. It is not some weird mechanical lock that you couldn't get to without, using some other part of the dungeon. There's an actual lock on this door.
Pull out my thieves' tools.
All right. Head on up to the door and make yourself a thieves' tool roll.
If I just click on the thieves' tools, that should work?
Yes, but you will need to be next to the door to do so.
Gotcha.
Ugh.
Nope.
There, that's close enough.
All right. Insert thieves' tools.
You attempt the door. And do you succeed? Let me find out real quick. You do not succeed. Your tools do not penetrate this lock in the way you would like.
Am I allowed to give it a second shot?
At the moment, some other means will be necessary. Either something will have to make it change. Either someone will have to guidance you or make things different than they are currently.
Hold on, I got another tool for this job. Pull out a crowbar.
While they're looking at the door, do I notice anything about the ceiling? Like, does this trail of stars?
It continues through this hallway, yes.
All the way through the hallway?
All the way through the hallway.
Okay.
So you're going to use a crowbar on the door?
Yep.
Make me a strength athletics roll.
With advantage?
With advantage, yes.
I believe it's Alt. Is it Alt or Shift?
Alt.
I pressed Alt into this. Well, it doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter.
We're okay with that.
Yeah, Victor's like, well, I've got an answer to this. crowbar, and he just like jams it in, and you just hear like this loud snapping noise as the part of the door where the lock was just breaks right off.
C-deck finesse.
Yeah,
Brute
yeah,
force.
whatever.
So in this particular area, now that the door is like slightly ajar, and you kind of peek in, it looks like there used to be a corridor leading somewhere else in this temple, but a collapse long ago has kind of filled in the hall. It looks like a bunch of greenery and plants have begun to take root in here and grow. It's now kind of like a little mini garden of sorts. But other than that, there's like a little crack in the wall that a thin trickle of water kind of moves through, allowing the plant life to get some fresh water and kind of grow. And Deck, you can see your rogue senses are tingling a little. There is a white porcelain vase lined with gold, kind of laying next to a fern in there, as well as a pair of amber and jade bead necklaces that seem to have spilled out from wherever and are kind of mixed up at the dirt in the roots of a plant.
Ooh. And then I go, oh, cool, Victor, look at these. And I'll reach down and I'll grab
Wait.
both.
Wait, he says.
That's
As we move to combat.
What?
Impulsive.
oh yeah, initiatives.
Feel free to roll your initiatives.
Man, I've been junk initiative.
Oh, man. That's okay. One of my other monsters also has a junk initiative. So, as you go to reach in to these ferns, a monster kind of, well, a plant more than anything else, kind of like tendrils out of a mushroom and snaps at you. And kind of like snaps at your hand as you reach for the treasures. But it is Rothermere's turn first, as we begin.
Oh. I'll see if I can get myself to a spot where I could actually see something, but it doesn't look like I easily can.
The door is fairly jammed.
Yes, it is.
Everyone, like, Deck ran in, Victor tried to run in after him, and then they all kind of, like, came up short.
But it looks like I can, well, would I at least be able to hit the fungus to the left with an arrow from where I'm at?
If you can target it and roll, then we'll find out.
We shall attempt it.
Oh,
all right then. So you fire an arrow like right past Victor's ears, like on either side of his head almost, it feels like, even though it is only one arrow, and slam that. It's like kind of like tacks the mushroom like right into a woody fern next to it, and it kind of flails its tendrils angrily. Deck?
Oh, sorry, I may have bumped that one.
Bonus action, disengage. And
Smart.
actually, first, I'll do an attack with my psionic blade on this boy.
Well, you definitely hit, and it definitely
Cool.
does some damage.
And then bonus action, disengage. And I will
movement where?
move back out here.
Okay, so you like stab it and then like run out the door like between Victor's legs.
Yeah, pretty
You
much.
just kind of like dive underneath him and then like come to a roll and up to the other side.
As I do, I'll go, your turn.
What you run into this time?
I didn't do anything. It was Victor. He opened up the
Savannah,
door.
it is your move. You see, past Victor, there are 2-ish mushroom monsters that with tentacles that are in the room, unhappy with your intrusion. One of them has an arrow sticking out of it, and the other one has a slash from what you assume was Dex Psyblade.
How are we doing with the door?
I mean, the door is open.
All right.
Or you mean the one at the end of the hall? No one has opened that door.
All right. I just shoot it with Tolo the Dead. And so let's get open.
Oh, it worked. Do we get to see the cool effect? Is it gonna work this time?
I didn't see any effect.
Didn't work this time. That's sad. We'll get it eventually. I promise. I promise we'll get it eventually. But that one's dead.
Yeah.
That one's very dead. So your mystical bell appears above it, rings out, and the energies of it just start at where the cut was and just tear the mushroom apart.
I don't know. I don't think these creatures can move. Let's just get out of here. Where's it come?
The other fungus monster.
Maybe they can move.
The other fungus among us.
Oh, fungus.
Shifts forward 5 feet.
No, when the plants are moving.
As it pulls, the arrow goes through it because the arrow is still stuck into that woody fern on the other side of it, and so the arrow just kind of pulls through the mushroom as it moves forward, and then it targets Victor.
Oh, come on. Sorry, I was moving that die.
For an
No.
amount of damage. There we go.
Ow.
A rotting tendril touches you, and you can feel the necrosis kind of like burn away at your skin a little bit as it gets you somewhere fleshy.
Ow. Rude.
And now it's your turn.
I would like for as my bow action. Going to shove him against the wall. Make a strength save. DC 12.
Let's see, it fails its save, so you're going to shove it where?
Into the wall to make it prone.
Alright, shove it back into the room and up against the wall.
Well, no, I wanted to get into this wall to make it prone.
Oh. Okay. Never mind.
Yeah.
Your Jedi powers are better than they used to be, and you slam it into the wall with your psychic powers.
I have pressed up. Oh, it does not matter. I have hit it.
And kill it.
Kill it dead.
So, Vic, you're not looking too good there.
I mean, I've only been slapped and given headaches.
Deck's like, the monsters are dead now. I'm gonna steal some things. Don't mind me.
Yeah, look, this cool stuff is in here.
Gonna mage hand like one of the shiny things away from him.
Okay.
Gonna try to heal Victor a little bit, but only a little apparently.
Deck, you come up with the white porcelain vase with the gold-lined rim on it, and then like reach over to grab for both necklaces, and you get one of them, but another one like slides invariably away from you and into Victor's like clenched fist.
Victor, not cool, man. I risked my life getting that for us.
Show me your battle scars from it.
Hey, Jack.
I got a hangnail. Does that count?
Yes.
What? Yeah.
While you're in there, could you grab my arrow for me? Please?
Oh, sure.
Thanks.
You just go over there and like kind of pull it out of the wood. It's intact.
Here you go, buddy.
If a little slimy, from where it went through the mushroom.
Thanks. I'll put it back.
Looking at the vase, is there anything on it that looks special?
No, it's just a plain white porcelain vase that has like gold trim on it. It's probably worth some money.
What about the necklace that was not so rudely stolen from me?
It's a amber and jade bead necklace. The beads do not seem to have any like runes or anything carved on them. It seems to be just a decorative jewelry piece. Also probably worth some money.
And mine?
Same.
Okay.
Walk out of the... And I'll say in Sylvana's head, hey, put your hand down here.
Okay.
And
I stretch out my hand.
I'll slip her the necklace into her hand. Go, I got that for
I giggle a little bit. I find him amusing and say, "Thank you, Dak. Thank you."
Don't, in your head, because then they know.
I look over.
You two are used to this. It's been 2 years.
Sylvana, you gotta use like the head thing. If I talk to you in your head, you gotta talk to me back in the head. Otherwise, you know what we're talking about. How else are you
You're
supposed to make
so
fun?
unnatural. You're standing right in front of me.
I know, but then like we can gossip about them and tell secrets.
Okay.
Now I can hear you, right?
Deck is just frustrated at this point and puts the vase in his bag.
That's fine. There is a door at the end of the hall as well that has not been opened.
I assume they were just whispering and not doing them. Because I was like giving.
I think it's funny if they actually had that argument out loud. Yeah.
I was playing it as they had it out loud. I mean,
Yeah, it was totally out loud.
Anyway.
For sure.
So there is a door at the end of the hall. Where the Trail of Stars
Alright.
leads.
After you, Deck.
Oh, yeah, sure. Investigation for traps.
The door is not trapped or locked.
Ooh, cool. Hey, Victor, watch this. Hold it up and I'll open it and I'll go, finesse.
It was a lot quieter.
Mage hands it shut.
Oh, your mage hand's not strong. He's like holding the door open,
Okay,
so
okay.
your mage you can feel like a tug of his mage hand like briefly, and you're just like, no.
No, none of your fancy stuff.
Wasn't me.
So as you wander in here, the interior of this chamber as a whole, resembles the interior of a large geode. Natural crystal formations kind of grow in clusters in the corners and along the ceiling of the wall. There is a singular large crystal of blue quartz, about 4 feet tall, emerging from the ceiling of the room. It looks very, very glittery in here, especially when the lights in the room of the 2 sconces like flare up. Everything has a glittery glow to it.
Deck, this rock is taller than you.
It's also coming from the ceiling.
Yeah.
So it's actually like 14 feet up at the moment because it's 15-foot ceilings.
Yeah, and it's smarter than you.
Touche.
I was about to say something. You just see Rathmir. Just back off from that.
Fair enough. But no,
So
there's
sass right now.
a fancy room of sorts.
Fancy.
And as the lights kick on, you can see all of the glittering and glowing as light kind of like refracts off of some of the quartz crystals.
Disco ball.
Shall we keep going?
Anything else of note in here?
How would you
etc.?
make me an Arcana check?
I ain't seen it this time.
Nope. It's a fancy room.
It's
There's
pretty.
a door on the other side of it, though.
I'm gonna take one of the loose pieces of if there's a loose piece.
So you go to the one of the corners to see if you can find a loose piece of crystal. There isn't one, but you do notice a thick pile of fine ash in the corner.
Huh.
Like a very fine dust.
Weird. Not ash, just dust.
Well, ash is dust, effectively, but yes, it's definitely ash more than it is just dust.
Maybe there was another fire trap here. My best guess. So I'm just swishing it between my fingers.
I don't see a statue. You think the crystals?
Maybe. So I'm just gonna sort of look at the.
Make for me an investigation check. No, that was almost terrible. And then it wasn't. So looking at the room, you recognize that the crystals seem to represent a star map of some kind. Or at least the crystal in the center seems to stand for the world, while the smaller crystals represent various positions of stars. It looks like the entire room has actually been structured meticulously accurate, and numerous crystals kind of glint and glow with an inner light when exposed to any exterior light source, in kind of like a response to light.
So if I were to take my bullseye lantern and just sort of shine it.
Yes. Whatever crystal you shine it on begins to glow briefly on its own.
Oh. Hey Rothamir, you should So I think this room's some type of star map.
Gonna take another look. Gonna get a little bit closer. Take a look around a bit more. Really now.
Yeah, watch this as I shine my lantern at it.
As he shines the lantern at one of the crystals in the
Ooh.
corner, you can see the purple light, the lantern light hits the crystal, and it begins to absorb that light almost, and begin to glow of its own volition until he takes the lantern off of it, and then it kind of powers down.
Wait.
Firstly, has Sylvana, is she still excited about colors?
It's very colorful in here.
Oh.
Sylvana, are you checking this out?
Absolutely. I'm even seeing what it can do. I'm even tempted to grab one, but I'm afraid to do so.
Maybe on our way
There
back.
none of them appear to be loose. You would have to actually break one of the crystals to remove it.
Well, hold on before we break that. I'm going to try to take a look around now that since we think it might be a star map, let's take a look at that assumption now.
What
do I need to roll for that? Another Arcana?
You can make another Arcana roll at this time now that you have new information to work on. Yeah, it's about the same as before. You recognize again that this is a star map. It is in fact a meticulously made work of art. This entire room.
Hey, I wonder what happens if we shine light at all the crystals.
You personally do not have enough lights to shine them at all the crystals.
Oh, I didn't know. I was just looking at the crystal structures. So we need a daylight spell.
Just out of curiosity, I cast light on one of the crystals, one of the
Okay.
purple ones.
It begins glowing immensely, with a vibrant, like rainbowy purple light, but otherwise doesn't do anything.
Does the light effect stays? Or does it
As
suck it
as
up like
long as
it
the
did
light spell
here?
stays, yeah.
Light
Okay.
concentration is not.
Break it?
The light is
Do
not
what?
concentration.
No, you can. It doesn't break. It just continues glowing until you end the light spell, and then it eventually fades.
Mm.
But if you choose not to end it, then it'll just be there.
For an hour.
I stopped concentrating on it.
Okay. After a little while, it begins to fade back to the normal light effect of the room. Deck, while all this is going on, there's a door over there. Were you doing anything with it?
Oh yeah, yeah. Investigate for traps. A 14.
It's a solid plan. It is not trapped or locked.
While they're doing all of this, I'm gonna open it up and peek inside.
It appears to be some kind of study.
Hey guys, it might be pretty in here, but like, I think there's a study.
All right.
Why not?
So yeah, that kind of draws your attention away from the glowy light crystals at the moment.
See, we've all seen worse entrances to an office.
Yeah.
My office.
Every office.
I slowly back away, still looking at the crystal and thinking to myself, I am hanging out way too much with Deck because I really want to grab one of those crystals, even though I don't think I should.
All right. So the room that you find yourself in, to the south, there is a large, heavy set of stone doors that seem to seal off whatever is on the other side, or this room was sealed off from what is ever on the other side. The doors are carved with an intricate sun and moon pattern. The chamber itself looks like it was maybe a study of some kind. There are a bunch of maps, charts, old pieces of paper. Looks like various astrological equipments kind of strewn about the room. Stuff like that. Over by the double doors, there is the body of a halfling, or a smaller person's body, kind of crumpled up on the ground.
That doesn't look too promising.
I'm gonna spend some time going around the room looking for anything that might be trapped.
You are free to move about the room.
And where are the bodies?
There's one body, and it is over in front of where the double doors are, to the south.
I take a closer look at the body.
Okay. You are free to make a medicine roll. Weird. I did not see your dice roll, but it rolled. Maybe it's just lagging a little. Anyway, a 14 is a good number. You are absolutely certain that this halfling died of an extremely fast-acting, deadly poison. And has been here for a few years, rotting.
There's a new kind of danger. This one died by poison.
You hear, as you say that, somebody say, yeah, this one sure did.
Oh no.
as a apparition appears not far from you. It looks kind of like the halfling, but very ghostly.
Huh. So it's a ghost.
It appears to be. He kind of like stands there, floats, I guess. He doesn't really have much for legs anymore, with his arms kind of folded across his chest. Yeah, I did. It sucked.
Sylvana, can you keep it down over there? I'm trying to look for traps over here.
Well, Dak, you're gonna.
You.
I think you actually
my.
would be interested in seeing. There is a ghost here.
A what?
You turn around. There's a halfling ghost standing like 10 feet from Sylvana.
He does not seem to mean us any harm, at least for now.
Deck immediately takes a step back, and if you're paying close attention, a little wet spot starts to appear down his right leg.
Poor Deck. But no. The ghost looks at you, goes, "Who are you? How'd you get down here?"
Oh, I mean,
This place is full
my
of traps.
name is. We have been very careful as we have made our way here. More important, who are you?
I'm Magnus. Magnus Barrel Block. That
MB.
Yeah, the very same. That body there, I seem to have been disconnected from it. I don't like it.
What, besides the poison, what disconnected?
Poison?
Yeah.
Oh, is that how I went? And he kind of like looks down at the body a little closer. Well, that sucks. But I'm still here, I guess. So there's that.
Excuse me, Mr. Ghost. Magnus, Mr. Magnus Ghost, sir.
Yeah. You in the back.
Yeah. Yeah. What were you doing at the time that you died? Do you remember?
Trying to get through these doors. I'm pretty sure this is the vault.
Oh. Okay. Gotcha.
Wait.
So.
Magnus, we saw some boxes with your initials on it. Isn't this your Wouldn't you have access to all the doors here?
I mean, there were a few doors we couldn't open.
I see.
Did you not see the one in the crypt? We couldn't get that one open, and then I couldn't get this one open.
Who else was with you?
I mean, my crew. I had a Tricinda, she's a half elf. He kind of reaches up about yay high. Then there was
longsword?
yeah, she was good at that. And then there was what were their names? Gerald and Terald. They're twins.
Twin what?
I mean, they were humans.
Okay.
Magnus, how long ago do you think you died?
What year is it now?
Spat out the year.
You spout out like the whatever year it is, and he's like, "Oh, that can't be right. I can't have possibly been down here for like a decade."
Oh.
Are you sure?
Well,
Yeah.
it appears so.
We got kicked out of the academy, what, 2 years ago now?
Yes, it's been 2 years.
Yeah.
That's the refrain. It's been 2 years.
I'm sorry, Magnus. It appears that you have been here for a decade.
He looks a little mopey.
Why'd you come down here?
I mean, to get the treasure.
That's funny. I don't remember.
There's a star compass down here. I'm gonna sell it to the Astral, the Alabaster Academy.
Okay.
There's a bigger treasure I'm trying to get my hands on.
That's funny. I don't remember Mopey being one of the 7 dwarfs.
I know, right? Oh, but he's a
He's not a.
halfling.
He's a
He's a
right.
halfling. There's a difference.
What treasure were you after?
He looks at you and is like, I probably shouldn't say.
I mean, you're gonna help you now.
Well,
Well-
Magnus, you're a ghost. What would you do with the treasure even if you could get it?
I don't know. Pay to have myself resurrected? It's a lot of money.
And ghosts carry things?
Well, he thinks about it for. He's like, actually, I got an idea. We're all adventurers here, right? You guys are adventurers. That's why you're down here. Why else would you be down here? You guys are adventurers, right?
Yeah.
Well, it's a
can't
long
lie to me if
story,
you're an
but
adventurer,
yeah,
right?
for the most part.
I mean,
That's like the number one rule. You can't lie to me.
Yeah,
If you're a
other
cop, you have to tell me you're a
adventurers
cop.
don't. Yeah, adventurers don't lie to other adventurers, right?
Right. Sure.
Well, I need to get out of here. And he looks at his body and he's like, well, that's not happening. And I'm pretty sure I need to get the compass to get out of here. But as you can see, and he like moves his hand, these aren't for picking up anymore. As he like tries to grab a candle and his hand just kind of keeps going through it. Maybe if one of you lets me possess you.
no.
I mean, I won't like pilot you or anything. I'm just gonna be along for the ride.
Oh,
And then
that's more understandable.
and then I can possess you, and then you can get the thing, and then I can tell you where the treasure is, the good one, not this one. Once we get out.
Is the treasure happen to be a falling star?
No. Why is there? What about a falling star?
No need to be worried about that. Literal wishful thinking.
Oh, okay. But anyway, no, there's just this weird artifact down here that the Alabaster Academy wanted, and I was going to sell it to him for a ton of money so that I could fund a expedition.
Oh.
Wait, what academy?
Do what?
What academy?
The Alabaster Academy.
Hmm.
You remember meeting those guys briefly, Savannah?
You do
Yeah,
remember that they are one of the 5 factions that kind of controls Greyhaven.
It just the word academy threw me
Yeah,
off.
every time he says
some bad
academy,
memories.
it kind of hurts a little more
So-
It's
inside.
a sensitive subject. I don't mean to sound insensitive, Magnus, but we've gotten this far. I don't see. I fail to see why we need your help.
I mean, I'm an experienced adventurer, right? I mean, this happened, but bad luck happens to all of us. And if I was helping, maybe bad luck would happen less. I've already had my
Insight check.
share of bad luck, he says, pointing to his body.
Insight check.
Sure. He seems legit.
All right then.
Why no?
Do you believe
like-
him? I don't. Something doesn't feel right. This is not.
Well, you're
Right.
high and talking to dead things in general doesn't feel right.
Yeah.
No, I mean,
Like, on a-
it's
On a spiritual level, it feels really weird. Like
I
you are
think
trying to culturally
actually
get past that.
talking to the dead is not the part that doesn't feel right. It's like to even consider allowing somebody to piggyback off of one of us. I would need a more compelling reason.
I mean, don't you have any wealthy cousins? Any well-off cousins? Paid
If I had a bunch of well-off cousins, do you think I'd have been here?
I mean,
Do you have a well-off cousin?
I don't have any family left.
All right then.
If we were Magnus, if we were to allow you to possess one of us, what would happen?
I mean, like I said, I'd tag along till we get to the surface and we get that compass good and sold, and then I'd tell you where the good treasure is so that we can go get it, and then you can get me resurrected. Small cut, finder's fee.
Hold on. Do you know what this compass does?
I don't know. Some ancient
And how
artifact.
would we-
I'm sure the Alabaster Academy would pay tons of money for it.
Wait a minute. I'm thinking back. Weren't we told that we were here to find a thing that tracks a fallen star?
Yeah.
The compass.
He doesn't know that.
No, he doesn't. I'm just making sure I'm remembering correctly.
I was being sure.
But you know that.
Okay.
Syndra, your hired your hiree, your boss, I guess, temporary boss, patron of sorts. Syndril the Stargazer made that connection and sent you for that reason.
Okay.
But that is not a connection that Magnus has made already.
In my mind, I know Rothamir isn't part of this connection.
Do what?
Rothamir isn't part of this connection, correct?
Right.
What?
I'm not part of the mental chain.
All right.
Oh no, you're not part of the mental link. So you're mental linking, talking.
I will.
Magnus. Oh, sorry.
I'm like to both Deck and Sylvan. I'm like, we're not letting him possess this, because there's no point, because we're keeping this compass.
You said that out loud.
No, I'm saying.
No, he's mental. He's mental talking.
Okay, gotcha.
Tell me.
Magnus, I have one more question for you. If we allowed you to possess us, would you be able to read our minds? Or whoever your host is?
I don't know. I'm a ghost. This is my first possession, gonna be honest.
And there's no other way. Why can you just lead the way without possessing us?
Ghost rules? I don't know. I haven't been able to really leave this room
Hold on.
since I died. And
Perhaps
I'm pretty sure it has something to do with the thing that I want being on the other side of that wall.
Perhaps there might be another part of that too. You could be tied to the room with your body. You know,
But that'd suck if you guys don't want to leave me down here. Like,
and I don't intend to. I think we should be able to easily bring you back with us.
Yeah.
I mean, if you're wanting to get resurrected in the long run, we would probably need your body to do that anyway, right?
I don't know, maybe.
So we can take care of that then.
Yeah.
We can definitely bring your body with us. But
So
perhaps
no piggyback riding. Is that what I'm hearing?
You can come with us. We'll bring the thing with us, and you should be able to follow us.
Yeah, again, I just failed to see why you have to possess us. Why can't you just tag along?
out of curiosity, would I know what ghost possession would actually involve?
Make a religion check. Are you trained in religion?
No, I'm not.
Oh, then no. You have no idea what ghost possession involves.
It was his
something
idea,
that-
so I don't know if I would have thought of it, but I do have religion. If
I was hoping it'd
if
be
he
a
asked
magical
me,
thing.
I could.
Yeah.
So-
No. This is more religious in nature, like the theoretical ways of how ghosts interact with other bodies that aren't their own.
So, how do you know you can possess someone if you've not done it before?
I mean, I'm an adventurer. I've seen ghosts do things, and now I'm a ghost, so I can do things probably.
What did those ghosts do when you saw them do the things?
I mean, you possess a body. You know, you jump in, and the body gets all wiggly. But I'm not going to do that. I'm just throwing that out there. I specifically am promising you that will not happen.
Can I make an insight roll?
Sure.
Insight.
He seems legit.
Okay.
Well,
And I'd say I want to make an insight roll on this one. I'm not trusting this guy at all right now.
Okay. Definitely checks out.
All right.
I check. Magnus, I'm gonna. No, I don't mean any disrespect. And as I say that, I check the body.
Okay.
I'm specifically looking anything that identifies him to see that this person is who he says he is, or
I mean,
insignia.
it definitely looks like the body of a halfling. Are you mean like,
Right.
does he have like a little embroidered something or other? That would
Something that
be
I,
able to determine like a little MB on him or something.
yeah.
Sure. There's a old handkerchief in the pocket that has a little red MB kind of like stitched in it.
I'm gonna roll something real quick.
Well, at least he appears to be who he says he is. Well, all right. I mean, I do find the idea intriguing, but I still don't understand what's in it for us.
I mean, I'm willing to split the big treasure with you. I just need enough to get resurrected.
And the big treasure is not the compass.
I mean, no, I'm just gonna sell that to get like funding to go to the real treasure.
How much? Hold on.
Well-
Before we continue, who offered to buy the thing off of you anyway?
I mean, nobody.
Good
I was just gonna
question.
go get it and then sell it. Because the Alabaster Academy will buy just about any old, like, cool junk.
And what if it's not enough to get you resurrected?
No, it's not going to be enough to get me resurrected. We already had this conversation,
Okay.
remember? I'm gonna do that. Well, I guess I'm dead. So I'm gonna need you to do that. And then we're gonna go on. I'm gonna tell you where the real treasure is, the big score. And then when we go to there, we can have the big money, and then I can use that to get a portion of that, a small portion,
So
the finder's fee, remember, to get
What if-
resurrected. And
you won't
I've
tell
gotta-
us. You won't tell us where it is or what it is.
Well, no, because if I told you now, you just leave without me.
I mean, we don't know what it is. We don't even know where it is.
Probably.
I mean,
Why-
I've
why
got a
would- why
contact.
would we-
I've got a contact in town who will vouch for me. Trust me.
What if we don't want to sell the compass?
Why wouldn't you want to do that? I mean, I guess
Well,
we can
We
figure out some other way to make money. I guess.
So we don't have to sell the compass.
I mean,
If
I
we
guess
figure out
not.
another
It's
way to
the
get the
quickest
money,
way to make some money.
I mean,
and then you'll show us the treasure.
Yeah. As long as we can get.
okay, hold on. So if we let one of you hitch a ride on it, and then we promise to later get you resurrected.
Excuse me.
You're
We need
like,
to-
I need
we
a
need to
huddle over
huddle.
here. He just kind of
We
like
need to
is
huddle.
hovering there next to his body.
So he seems to know where a big treasure is. I mean, what's the worst that can happen?
He
One of us
doesn't
gets
get-
possessed forever.
He doesn't want to get out of his new ride. I mean, if Fleshy is preferred to not.
I am
I-
intrigued.
I'm willing to bite the bullet.
Savannah, you can get him out of. You can force him out if need be, right?
I've never done it before. I think so. Or I could
I'm,
explode the host. I don't know.
I'm gonna look over at the Magnus. Just look at him.
Yeah.
Just looking at us. Or
Yeah, he's just kind of like hovering there, like looking at you guys.
alright.
I'm willing to let him possess me. I'm curious.
Hold on. Let's let Victor's willing. Let's let Victor go because you are the one who can
Yeah.
do things to undead.
So I shouldn't be the one possessed.
You should not be possessed.
Okay.
Alright.
Well, you're gonna have to give me details on how I felt, and please, while he possesses you, if you can gather any information about the past, I would be very interested to hear the stories.
Sure. I will do that. I guess I'll walk over to the ghost.
Okay.
You can hitch a ride with me.
He's like, excellent. This may feel weird. It's my first time.
I guess I go to shake hands with the ghost.
You do, and then he kind of like discorporates and kind of like envelops you, and then goes inside you.
Ah,
It feels weird,
that
a little
feels
cramped,
weird.
cramped under the skin. Under the skin.
Can you move a bit over to the left, man?
Inside your head, you hear. I'm this first time trying to find a spade. This works, I guess. Maybe you feel like some weird, like twitches of muscles around like your shoulder.
Victor, how do you feel? Do you feel in control?
Yeah, I'm in control. I'm just gonna, like, motor skills, all right.
Okay.
I'm checking my motor skills. Is he like?
Well,
So-
it's a little late for this,
You
but
seem to be
before
able to
he puts
control your
it
body
to-
just fine.
All right, okay. Well,
We
cramped
should
in
have
my
figured
head.
out. We should have figured out a safe word. Too late now.
Yeah. I need a safety deposit later.
Anyway, Deck, your friend has been possessed by a ghost.
Victor, what the hell are you doing, dude? I'm gonna grab him by the ears. I'm gonna start trying to look in there. Get out of my friend!
You don't see a ghost.
Yell into the ear. Get out of my friend!
Ow.
No, this is planned, Deck. Remember, this is he's gonna stay in there for a little bit.
So
Deck
now will
wasn't by you
tell-
guys
well,
while you were talking.
So now will you tell us where and what the treasure is?
No,
we're
no,
supposed
we'll
to
get
wait
out of
for-
here.
Well, we're gonna get you out of here. I can't force you out, can I?
Do what?
I can't really force you out, can I?
No, not at all.
Okay, whatever. What did you do? What made you stab you? I guess.
What? Nothing
Door.
stabbed me.
Well,
I don't know. It's probably trapped or something.
Well, obviously.
I wasn't alive long enough to realize it happened.
Oh.
Okay.
Ugh.
So fast acting poison by door. Be careful, Deck.
Wanna check
Deck,
out the
yeah,
desk?
careful. I give I let Deck know what we know about the poison, and as I do so, I tell him to concentrate and put my hand on his shoulder and give him a little bit of guidance. Oh, wait.
I'll, knowing that it's poison, it's trapped, I'll look to see where it might, and how to possibly disengage the trap.
Okay.
And I moved out of the way of the path.
Make an investigation roll.
That was. I rolled an 18.
I didn't see a roll.
I do.
Yeah.
It'll catch up.
It'll catch up. You are fairly certain that the needle that shot out of the trap was in the locking mechanism and is no longer active. But the door is still shut.
Deal. There we go. There it is.
It finally caught up with us.
I'll take out my thieves' tools and attempt to
Unlock the door?
Yep.
Okay. Feel free to do so.
I'm gonna check out this desk.
There seems to be a lot of fancy stuff here.
22.
There's various art objects. You pop that lock so easily. When you do, Victor, in your head, Magnus is like, it's going to take him forever to pop that. I mean, I was at it for... And then you hear
Done.
Deco, it's done! And he's like, the hell?
He's a bit of a lock whiz.
But you're looking at this desk. It is covered with like various art objects of like celestial make, star charts, astronomical equipment. All of it probably worth some good money to
All right.
somebody.
Hey, Deck,
As-
we got some shiny stuff over here for later too.
And under my breath, I'm just uttering, Deck 3, Victor 1. I'm going to go ahead and try to push open.
All right. The door creaks open a little bit.
More things for us to grab on the way out, Victor.
Yeah.
You are free to enter at your own peril.
What do we see on the inside?
So inside, this chamber is a temple reliquary of sorts. There is room where the most valued treasures were kept, it looks like. You have entered inside, so on the pedestal in the middle in the table is a astral compass. It looks like this. It is a piece of wood with metal and crystalline outlines, some kind of mystical gearwork in the middle, and what looks like a shard of a fallen star set in the top middle of the other, and several other empty sockets as well. It glints. The bit of fallen star that is in it glints with an otherworldly sheen when your light kind of touches it.
Ooh.
I'll hand it to Rothamir and go, hey, I think you're the one who's going to understand this the most out of
When
everyone.
you pick up the astral compass, the door shuts and you hear a
Oh no.
Oh
locking
no.
behind it, leaving the rest of you on the other side of the door. And then a tremor shakes through the entire temple. And you can hear bits of gearwork snapping and locking into place.
Psst.
Crowbar, go!
Well,
Immediate go back to the door. Does it look like I could pick it?
Make me an investigation roll.
that's it. Toss me the compass.
That's a D4.
That's weird. Yeah, so it would have been 5.
You cannot see a way to pick it from this side.
Shit.
Crowbar, go!
Hold on. I'm gonna look around to see if there's anything that might help us open this from this side.
Okay. An investigation roll is required. Nope, you can't find anything either. On the other side of the door, the not trapped in a vault side, Victor, you hear in your head, yeah, that tracks. I'm glad I didn't get stuck in there. That would have sucked, even
That
worse
was
than
worse.
dying. I would have had to starve to death, like they're about to.
Not if I have to deal without that.
So what is your plan on this side of the door?
Crowbar, go.
All right. So you stick the
And
crowbar.
I help.
between the
Well, never mind. He already has a bench.
Okay.
Give me
I was gonna
Uh,
help.
Make me a strength athletics roll with advantage.
Give me. Okay. Can I roll it properly? Okay, well.
Well, you tried. You go to kind of stick into the door and pop it, and a needle shoots out at you.
Ah!
Oh no.
I reloaded!
But it rolls a 2, so it shoots right through like the cloth of your shirt, and then like gets stuck in the floor, and you can see like a greenish stain on your shirt where the needle went through.
Maybe you're a cursed ghost.
He's like, you know, I didn't wonder what it was going to be like to die twice, but I may find out.
Nobody's dying.
So Savannah, what are you doing? Your friends appear to be trapped in a room, and something has happened to the temple as a whole.
Gotta hurry up and get him out of here.
I hit it. But Victor and Magnus, both of you,
What?
back off. I back off a little bit, and I just target it with a... What's the strongest thing I have? I think probably guiding bolt.
Okay.
I shoot a guiding bolt at
You
it.
will definitely hit it because it's a door. So just roll guiding bolt's damage. So like, what is it? Like 3d8 or something like that?
46.
Or 46, something. Whatever guiding bolt's damage normally is.
4d6.
46. There we go. Just roll 4d6.
Okay. Where are the dice?
So in the chat, there's a line of dice at the bottom. Just click the d6 4 times and then hit roll.
Okay. Oh, I see it. And then click roll. Look at that.
There we
Oh
go.
my god. 2 ones.
Wasn't amazing, but enough that it breaks the lock mechanism on the door.
At least. Hopefully that also breaks the needles.
You guys on the other side hear, well, you see a shining light between the crack on the door, and you hear the crunch of the internal locking mechanism shatter.
Try to pry open the door now.
It opens.
Dude, you guys won't believe it. Rothamir grabbed the thing off the altar and it totally just like locked the door behind us.
We watched you grab it.
And we also saw the door closed. What happened in there? Are you guys okay?
He totally grabbed it off the thing.
Damn it.
I don't know. Anyway, so...
We need to hurry.
Yeah, I think it's time to get the F out of here.
We're gonna grab some stuff. Let's go grab like a handful of things off that table and...
Just stick them in a bag on the way out?
Yeah.
Alright.
The star chart in particular is one of the things I'm grabbing.
On the way out, I do look at the map in this table real quick.
It's a star map.
I grab it.
Okay.
I like maps.
Victor, when you
I
get
put
to
it in
the
my
door,
map case.
and you see that it had closed, you throw it open.
Yeah.
Inside this room, it is much different than it was before.
Oh
the
no.
central blue crystal from the ceiling is glowing with a bright blue light, and it is firing effectively lasers through all the other crystals, turning this entire room into a slicing laser trap.
Like in Resident Evil?
Very much like that.
Oh,
Oh,
fudge.
It does not look healthy. In fact, it looks very dangerous.
Ooh.
Can we try to find a pattern and try to maybe sneak our way through the next door?
Make for me, if you are the one trying to discern a pattern, a survival roll.
That is not something that you want me to do.
Yeah, but it's a thing that I want you to do because you wanted to find the pattern.
Okay. Hey, 19.
That
All
didn't
right.
roll, it dropped.
So for some reason, this Path of Stars thing that you've been hearing all throughout this thing has been rattling around in your bunny brain, and you kind of like have a moment where you see all these lasers just shooting in all directions, lancing through the floors, turning to dust any bit of life that they touch, and you're like, I see the path, and you just take a step. You can see exactly how to get across it without being sliced to ribbons.
So what I'll do is I'll hang back and I'll direct the others to say, step, pause, go to your left, step forward, to get them through and to the other door, and then I'll follow last.
Okay.
As I go through, I'll mage hand the other door open if I can.
Hold on. So who's going first?
I guess I will.
Who's following Dex instructions first?
I will, since I'm like the first one to the door.
Okay. Make for me a Dex acrobatics check with advantage to follow the directions of your fellow adventurer without being sliced to ribbons. Those are
Yeah.
that's better. I was like,
Yeah.
one of those sucks. The other one much better. So you can make it across the room and open the door and make it across without immediately being sliced by all these lasers.
I'm gonna go back real quick.
Who's next?
I guess I'll go for it.
All right. I need a Dex acrobatics check from you as
And it's alt.
yes.
What is that? Oh,
The lasers. The lasers.
laser.
Rothamir, you also do very well and can make it across without being sliced to ribbons by the lasers.
Oops, sorry.
That leaves you, Sylvana.
Okay, so I'm going to. What you see is you see me quickly rummaging through my bag, and I find my hammer, and I grab my hammer in my hand, and I, just as you're gonna start giving me instructions on how to get through, I'm gonna go ahead and teleport to here,
Okay.
and with my hammer, I'm gonna hit the crystal and try to break a piece and grab it.
Make for me a strength athletics roll to apply enough force to break off a piece of crystal.
Not one piece of crystal.
So you hit it, and a hairline fracture crack forms in the crystal, and then you're like, oh, I didn't hit it hard enough, and then it shatters a little bit, and then fractures some more, and then that entire chunk of crystal explodes.
Okay, so because I teleported using the Shatterkai ability, I am resistance to damage.
Well, you are resistant to some damage. This is radiant
Oh.
damage.
I thought. Oh no! I thought it was all damage.
I believe it's just physical damage.
No.
Me check real quick this feature that I know you have. Where is it? Oh, it is all damage. All right, never mind.
Yes!
You're gonna take half this damage.
Okay.
You take 4 radiant damage as this crystal explodes. In like little shrapnel and light all around you. But you can make it to the other side just fine now.
If there's any grass around me, I'm gonna grab it, and then I'll go.
Grass? There's no grass.
No glass.
Oh, glass? Like little shards on the floor? You can like reach down and like try to scoop some like fragments up in your fingers.
I do.
Okay.
And then I go.
And then you go through the door?
Yes.
Okay. Deck, I have good news and bad news. The good news, all your friends made it through to the other side. The bad news, Sylvana broke one of the crystals, and now the pattern's off.
Damn it.
Well, I feel a little guilty, but I also justified in my head thinking, well, this
I will
is
need
just
another
one
survival
time.
roll if you would like to attempt to find the safest path. You
16.
succeed. Even with this new adjustment, you can walk across with no roll at all.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because you have immediately solved the lasers.
Okay.
Sorry, I threw you off, Deck. Sorry, just something about the crystal.
Are you at least going to give me a piece of the cool crystals?
Yes, let me see how many I grabbed, and I look at my hand.
There's about 3 or 4 like tiny marble-sized shards in your hand.
I give him half.
So, like two of the shards.
Stick them in my back pockets.
Okay.
These are really cool.
Let's get out of here.
All right.
Oh wait, watch out! Remember the tiles that are in front of these things shoot darts. Victor, if you hit those tiles with your shovel again, you should be able to deactivate it. Just do it a few times. You're on mute.
You're either on mute or I can't hear you.
Is the temple still rumbling?
No. It is the rumbling has ceased.
Okay. Okay. Sure, I will tap these right here with.
A dart shoots out from the statue and like pinks off the wall.
What? Keep doing it.
Keep shooting.
Like 3 or 4 times. Like does it keep
Still
doing it?
going.
Okay. I think we gotta jump, guys.
Right.
Gotta try to jump across.
All right, make for me a Dex Athletics or Strength Acrobatics roll to do this under duress. You do well. You've made it across the first one without getting shot.
Okay. Can you just go ahead and make the second one already, or
Go ahead.
same roll? Oof.
That time you get shot.
Ah!
Or, well, shot at. Hold on a second. You are missed by a set of darts.
I will use my ability that I have, the
rabbit hop?
Yep, the rabbit hop. I'll use both of them to hop across.
Okay. You can very easily, like, skip over those two lines of tiles.
Brasimir,
Yep.
I'm here with you. Concentrate, and I give him guidance. You
Yeah.
got this.
That's it. Are you? I'm gonna look at her. Are you planning on teleporting past this once I get through there, or do you need a little oomph as well?
I probably could teleport one more time. I feel like I have enough power in me to do so.
Okay. So I will make that jump now.
Okay.
So that is
Dex Acrobatics or Strength Athletics, whichever you prefer.
well, Dex was definitely the way to go. Apparently got a 19, and it'll catch up with me shortly.
All right, you get across the first one.
Oh. Okay. And... ooh, not so well on the second one, as I'm only getting a 9.
All right. A set of darts comes flying
Oof.
at you, and you take a little bit of damage.
That was neat.
Oh!
You kind of stumble on the pressure plate on your landing. You didn't quite stick the landing.
Did you say that was neat?
The no, the animation.
Oh, did you not see the dart animation?
I did not know.
Oh, you missed it. It was cool. All right. That's Sylvana.
Instead of teleporting, I feel like I don't want to use up all my power teleporting, so I'm gonna go ahead and run to the first one.
Okay.
And you said it could be
Dex Acrobatics or Strength Athletics. One of the two.
I'm gonna go with the acrobatics. Oh my god, what is it with these ones?
You are shot at by one of them as a set of darts comes flying at you and miss you.
Nice. And then I'll keep going. I got lucky on the first trip. Oh my god.
You got even almost as bad on the second. But missed again.
You know what? Sometimes tripping goes your way.
It's the this is the fire one, right?
That's,
Where's the fire?
that's,
Oh,
that's what you imagine.
oh, sorry, we didn't see this one. Oh god. There's a clicking here for correctly.
Yeah.
Jump.
All right, make a Strength Athletics roll.
No!
This is crazy.
Here, let me just back you up just a scooch.
Yeah.
Second.
Ooh.
I will, as a reaction, I'm going to create a. No, squeeze. To try to block some of that damage.
Okay.
So I will take 1d6 minus 1d6 plus 2 less. I will take 3 less.
3 less. And then you make it to the other side.
Yeah. A little hot, guys.
Is the fire still going?
No, it wears off after.
All right. Acrobatics.
You get across just fine.
And once again, I put my hand, before Rathamir goes, and I give him encouraging words.
I think I'm going to kind of look at that for a second. Realize I'm not feeling that great. I'm going to cure myself before I jump anywhere.
All right.
Nice.
And now I'm going to get up here. That nice Dex Athletics. Or sorry, Acrobatics.
Make the roll, and we'll see where you end up.
Oh. I'm going to end up stopping, dropping, and rolling, I'm sure. With a 9.
Yep. Hold on a second.
It should be another a D4.
Not even with the D4, 13 wasn't going to be enough.
No.
Yeah.
So you are now on fire, and can continue moving across the space.
Wait, we're on fire?
Well, no, I mean, there was fire. Took fire
Yeah.
damage.
I am definitely once again stop, dropping, and rolling once I get past that.
Wait,
Oh,
Savala. I'm gonna lift you up and pull you.
What?
I'm gonna pick you up with my mind and pull you over here.
She's not an object, she's a person.
Like it's object or willing person.
Oh, or willing person. There we go.
Yeah.
could have done that 5 minutes,
I'm willing.
5 seconds ago, buddy.
I can't do as a reaction. So I will pick her up and lift her over here.
Okay. Using that feature, you move her safely.
Yes, 30 feet.
Nice.
Pick it.
Whoa.
Move you over here.
And we weren't doing this the whole time?
Right.
It takes a lot of strain.
I say as I'm obviously in pain.
That was interesting.
Okay, let's get out of here.
Seems good.
Just
Like, I would love to try that again on a safer place.
I mean, we could go right back across and then come back.
No!
On a safer place.
Right.
Victor, as you run down the hallway being like, let's get out of here, and Silvana,
Oh, no.
you're close behind, and the rest of you further behind, you see, guarding the exit, freshly released from its watery slumber, a creature that blocks your path. It looks like this.
Oh, come on.
It is a massive hermit crab that is wearing a dragon skull for a shell.
Oh, well, somebody's gonna get this skull. They want it.
It is
Maybe.
easily a huge-sized creature. And as you round the corner, it rounds to face you and kind of snaps its claws menacingly
I have so
at
many
your
questions right now.
entrance.
I have so many questions.
Let's just move to combat now. You don't. Just so we know what order people are doing things in, more than anything else.
Yeah.
I got a 20.
It looks like, Deck, you are the beginner of this combat round. So you are free to run this direction until such time as you would rather not.
I'll run right up behind Victor. I'll see the giant hermit crab and go, thing. Yeah.
Not a ghost.
It seems to be between you and the exit.
All right. Then.
That's the dragon skull you wanted to go get.
I'll go ahead and throw my psionic blade as just a gut instinct.
Your psionic blade just careens off of the side of the dragon skull to no effect.
I'll other hand immediate follow up.
The same. Your psionic blades seems impervious to your assaults.
Go, big scary monster. That's the end.
Okay. Savannah?
I'm going to. How do you measure?
There is a measurement tool. There you go.
Oh, perfect. Thank you. I'm going to right next to it. I'm going to, with shaky hands, I'm going to cast spiritual weapon, and it's going to appear right next to the monster. And it looks like a beautiful longsword.
Okay.
And I'm going to attack it with it. So spell, spiritual weapon. Oh, I don't see. Oh, here it is. I guess I just put it there. Does that work?
Yes, it seems to have worked.
Okay. And the roll was the attack?
You did roll, and your spiritual weapon, the beautiful sword that you summoned to attack the hermit crab, the blade just clangs onto the side of the hermit crab's armor and does not seem to have affected it at all.
Okay. Okay. Like it hit its shield?
No, like you hit its like exterior armor, because it's a crustacean, so it has solid outsides.
Okay.
And your sword, the 17 that you rolled to attack, did not succeed against its armor class.
Okay.
So you didn't whiff.
Right.
You just like clanged your sword on the side of its armor, of its armored body.
Right. Rothamer, we're gonna need you.
You
and
say
I end my
that.
turn.
And it is now the dragon skull hermit crab's turn. It's going to move closer to you and snap its claws, and then one of its claws, it slams into the ground and leaves a like broken crater where the claw hit, signifying that it could probably do that to your fleshy bodies very easily.
Okay.
Seems to be threatening you with some display. Victor, it is your turn.
I do not like this guy. Where's Rothamir? Map.
Behind you somewhere?
Okay.
Smoldering.
Oh, yeah.
On fire?
Not quite anymore.
Recently on fire? Less smoking at this point?
Run.
Yeah. Hit the hallways. They can't fit through.
It can't fit through, you say, as you see the muddy tracks have come through the hallway.
Wait. Oh, okay, never mind. Ignore that order.
No, I mean, solid order. It may be kind of slow going through the hallway for this monster.
Oh. I cannot move.
Why not?
I have not the slightest clue. It is not like move.
Where would you like to move?
I have the air.
Select-
I have the air tool.
Oh, you had the wrong tool. Okay.
Eh.
All right. So you run across that way.
Yeah.
Next.
Wait.
Are you doing anything else?
Yeah. I can't shove it. I will take out a light crossbow and shoot at it.
Okay.
Take a crossbow bolt. Miss horribly.
It plinks off of the skull to no effect.
Right.
Rothamir, you're up. Or, well,
Okay,
you're on fire, or less on fire.
I'm less on fire. Let's see what I can. Whoa!
So you round the corner, and you see the dragon skull hermit crab
Run,
that
run,
your
get
friends
outta
have been talking about.
Run, get out of here, run.
I don't like this this crab where it is. But let's see, how far away can I be? Up the occupied space of my choice, huh? Well then, I'm going to have a little fun.
Okay.
As gonna try to do it.
So many target symbols on this crab.
Gonna try to do it around this area here. And we have a fun spell that I get to cast.
Which is...
Flaming Sphere!
What is it?
Flaming Sphere!
Oh, Flaming Sphere.
Nice.
Okay.
I don't need to roll to hit with it.
It's true. Yeah, you will need to place the template, though. You set some fire on it. The crab doesn't even move. Like, you set a flaming sphere, like, under the crab. It doesn't even move away from it.
Oh my. Well then.
Mm-mm.
Anyway, Deck.
You told me this was gonna be fun.
I'm going to run over here.
Uh-huh.
I'm going to throw my psionic blade. It's gonna miss.
Your Sonic Blade splashes off the side of this creature.
And I'm going to use my bonus action, cunning action, to dash over here.
Okay.
And end my turn.
Seems good. Sylvana.
Sylvana is gonna move in between. Deck moved a little bit out of the range, so I'm going to yell some words of wisdom. Team, we need all the help we can get, and I'm gonna bless everyone.
Okay. So you're gonna
Well, everyone in
everyone-
range.
Yep, you're gonna make yourselves high
You
definition.
must target at most 3 tokens. Okay, hang on. Okay, let me do that
you
again. I
can't
did it
target
wrong.
Yeah.
There we go.
Yeah, don't bless the crab.
Please don't target the crab.
All right. So everyone, the blessings of Sylvana kind of like envelop you. You become brighter, more colors, high definition. Anything else?
And I'm gonna move back a little bit,
Okay.
and then that's it. Okay.
Victor, the Dragon Skull Hermit Crab would like a word with you.
Start to turn next to the fireball though too.
I know. Roll the damage on that if you could, Rothamir, and then we'll just do as. Because I need to make some kind of a save if I scroll up here. Dex save, I think.
Yeah, it's a dex save.
Oh, she could move the holy weapon too.
I failed the dex save, so I take 9 damage. It again does not seem to care about your fire at the moment.
Yeah, forget about my spirit weapon.
It brings a heavy claw down towards Victor. It misses you, and that claw cracks into the ground, leaving a crater just to the left of you.
You
Run.
are very mean.
Run!
That's the plan.
Beyond that, it is now Victor's turn.
Disengage, run away. I'm just like, okay. How's it going, Deck?
A big scary, run!
Yes,
Run!
I'm aware. You wanna grab your box?
Run! Do you want to grab your box?
Oh, right! I should grab that thing.
Rothamir, it's your turn.
Well, I don't like the idea of being out in the open for this thing any more than I have to be. And so I will get back here. I'd say I can keep the. Let's see, how long does this thing get to stick around for?
It should be for
Less
the
for the
combat,
duration.
or until you lose concentration, I think.
Okay, so I can still cast another spell while I'm
As
concentrating
long as
on
it's not a
that.
concentration spell, yes.
That is good, because Guiding Bolt is not a concentration spell, and I am totally going to cast Guiding Bolt on that thing and
Okay.
see if I can hit it.
You can hit it.
Yeah.
You do an amount of damage.
And as a bonus action, we're going to move the flaming sphere right here. If we can
Okay.
do that.
Yes, it will get moved here shortly. Can't seem to select it at the moment, but we'll get it moved.
So I will roll that as well.
That makes
then.
it Dex turn.
Do I roll that damage again then?
For the flaming sphere, no,
Yeah.
you'll roll it when it takes its turn, when it starts its
Okay.
turn in it.
Okay.
Since Guiding Bolt gives me advantage on this attack.
Arguably, you have sneak attack.
Yeah. So it is Alt click or Alt Shift click?
Alt click.
It's Alt click.
There we go. A bunch
So
of
19.
dice. Your blade bounces off it still.
Fuck.
19 is not good enough to hit it.
Holy cow. All right, then.
It's a dangerous monster.
Yeah, then I'm going to use my bonus action to GTFO.
Well, funny story about that. You get that far, and you come to realize that that section of the cave has caved in. That's no longer an exit.
Oh no.
Guys, problem. Can't get out this way. Back this way. I don't know how we're going to get out of here. That's the end of my
Alright.
turn.
Sylvana, it is your turn.
Oh, I don't know if this is gonna work, but I'm gonna try. Let me unclick everybody and click the creature. I'm gonna try to cast command on it Did anything happen?
Your magic attempted it to affect it. What was your command going to be? Just out of curiosity.
I'm saying I would go back to the water where you came from.
Bad bitch.
You
That's a
say
one-word
that.
command. I say
and
water.
the good news is it succeeded its saving throw, so it isn't going to do that. And that's good news because you are standing between it and the water.
It's also only a one-word command.
I'm nervous.
I know.
Right.
Yeah. The good news is it didn't succeed. Otherwise, you'd have been trampled by a giant crab.
Oh no. Okay. But as a bonus action, I am gonna move my spiritual weapon, and attack it.
You as you go to as you went to go cast the spell, in general, you realize that there is some kind of an energy shared between the dragon and the crab, and your magic seems slightly less effective against it.
Oh no. Rasami, I think that dragon helmet is protecting it.
You can still attack
And,
with that weapon, right?
Do what?
You can still attack with that weapon, right?
Yeah.
Okay, I was just checking.
And,
feel free to roll the hit on the spiritual weapon.
do I just roll the d20?
I think you just roll a d20 and add your attack bonus to it.
Yeah,
We'll just
force modifier.
add it after the roll. 17 isn't
and-
gonna. Yeah, so that's not gonna hit.
All
So your
right.
spiritual weapon like clangs off the back of the dragon's skull.
And then I move back a little bit. It's not letting me. Oh, I know why. Because I need to do it this way. I think we need to get out of here.
All right.
And that's it.
Is now the dragon skull hermit crab's turn. It no longer sees anyone except for Rothamir.
Oh no.
And it comes up to the hallway, and it kind of snaps at you, and it looks like it's going to try to squeeze through here, but not right. Like it can't like charge you. You're just far enough away that now it has to work to kind of get through this hallway.
That is good.
But its claw gets within like less than a foot of you, and you can feel the wind of the power when the claw snaps shut, like just near you.
That is
Dr. Zoidberg.
ooh. I'm gonna go ahead and roll. I'm gonna go ahead and roll that flaming sphere damage then.
Okay.
And I was hoping for a little bit more.
That is not enough to worry this crab. But it is now your turn.
Now it's Victor's turn.
Or sorry, Victor's turn.
I'm a person too.
I mean, kinda.
You're a person with more HP.
I'm just gonna clear this rubble out of the way real quick.
Victor, you take one look at that rubble, and you're like, "That's like an hours-long job.
Oh.
That's not a will grab a boulder and like roll it kind of situation."
Vic, okay, we're gonna have to take care of this crab. We're gonna have to. I'm gonna go. I guess I'll go back up here.
Rothamir, on your turn, which is now-ish.
Yeah.
Make for me a like intelligence roll.
Just straight intelligence?
Yeah. Pretty good. This is a really big crab. Like, really big. And it obviously didn't come in the way you did. Which means there's got to be another exit. Probably near the pool it was living in.
Would not surprise me. Let's see. I am going to, as the bonus action, move that flaming sphere closer to this area
Closer
here,
to the
so
front
that
of the door?
it will have to go through it to get us.
Okay.
And I am going to make my way back into here and look for another exit if I can
All right.
see one.
Make for me a perception check. That's decent enough. Now that there's not a large dragon skull hermit crab in the way, you do see that there is a cavern opening under the water that leads to somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
Cave in the water!
To somewhere.
Do I hear that?
Yeah, you guys can. Like, he yells it pretty loud. It kind of echoes down the hallway. You hear, "Get in the water!" And then it's Deck's turn.
All right. Mint action, bonus action to get me 90 feet.
Oh, geez.
And I will jump straight in the water.
Okay.
And
It's wet.
I guess next turn start diving towards the bottom to find this cavern that Rothamir called out.
All right. Sylvana.
Well, now I jump. Well, just I get to the edge of the water, and now I'm gonna use my second. I gather my strength and I teleport as far as I can.
30 feet down? Well, it's only 20 feet
down
to the bottom.
Right, so
and then-
to the opening.
Yes, you teleport to the opening under there?
Yes.
All right.
And then I still have a dash, an action. I could use a dash if it goes any further.
The opening does go further.
I go further.
And I need for you to make me a roll.
A roll? Just a roll?
I need an athletics roll from you.
An athletics roll. Not terrible. No, yeah.
It's kind of terrible. So you're trying, you're struggling in the water, but the swimming thing just really was never for you to begin with, apparently. And you're not doing great, but you are moving through the cavern, but your lungs are starting to burn from lack of oxygen. You, I guess, forgot to take a deep breath before you teleported underwater.
Okay.
Or something along that line.
Okay.
The dragon skull hermit crab is going to try to squeeze through here poorly. Those of you on the other side of the wall can see it kind of like peeking over, like the horns of the dragon are starting to like peek around the corner as it's like you can hear it scraping along the walls. It takes a little bit more fire damage along the way, so Rothamir, if you'd like to roll that for me. Thank you. And then that's where it will end its turn. And Victor, it is now your turn.
I have no clue where this turtle is.
Where the dragon skull hermit crab is?
Yeah. No. Oh. Just shy.
All right. You see Rothamir kind of like staring down the hallway in horror, and your two friends in the water down below. Sylvana already in the cavern, and Deck not terribly far behind her.
Go! They shove him with that force punch.
Are you willingly going to be shoved into the water?
Me?
Yeah, you. Via force magics.
Sure.
All right, into the water you go with a splash. And then it's your turn. So I need a athletics roll from you if you would like to swim into the cave system.
First, as that bonus action, while I can still kind of see it, I'm going to try to get the fireball closer to here.
Okay.
That way it's at least annoying it along the way through. And now, Dex Athletics, you say?
Yes.
Deep breath and swimming in. Or not.
You're not doing great. You much like Savannah, you did not prep to be falling into this water well enough, and
Let me rephrase
your
that. I
lungs are
got pushed in.
right. Well, I know, like you didn't do this the way you had originally planned.
He's gonna prep for like a dive. It's
All of a sudden, I find myself in.
Dak, it is your turn.
Oh.
Full movement, action, bonus
Make
action.
me a strength athletics roll to swim via the swimming powers.
7.
Okay. Swimming was not your strong suit either back in the day, and it seems to remain true. You are struggling as well. Maybe you jumped in a little too fast. We'll see how that turns out. But you're making it down the cavern as best you can. You can see where like bits and pieces of cavern are splitting off into different directions. But you're following Sylvana, who has kind of picked a direction and is just going as fast as she can, hoping to find some pocket of air somewhere. Sylvana, it is your turn.
I am going to continue to swim.
Make me one more athletics roll. All right, that's good. You pop up in a room, gasping for air as you kind of like claw your way onto the floor amongst some skeletons.
and there are 3 more hermits.
The dragon skull hermit crab is going to move some more and try to squeeze its way in after you. Rothmere, you can roll some more damage if you'd like. And then Victor, it is your turn.
With a middle finger on a hand, I jump into the water.
Okay. Make for me a strength athletics roll. You're doing fine. Rothamir, I need one more strength athletics roll from you.
It's hoping. That looked so good until it didn't.
You are gasping and dying for air as you see Sylvana ahead of you, kind of instead of going sideways, just immediately like 90-degree angle and shoot up, and you just decide to follow her, and you pop out in a small chamber room with a hole in the floor that you've come out of. You crawl to the floor, kind of sifting your way through skeletons as you're getting up onto dry land, coughing. Both of you are pretty exhausted. 1 level of exhaustion at the moment. Dak, it is your turn.
Are you kidding me?
Wow.
What is this?
I don't know. But same for you. You pop out of the water directly after them, clawing for every bit of solid ground and air that you can get into your lungs, sifting through rib cages and femurs as you kind of claw to the stone, just doing everything in your power to not, just to cough the water out of your lungs. You guys are busy not trying to suffocate. It is now, we'll just skip to Victor.
Is there an athletics check or am I good?
An athletics check from you, yes, to follow them.
Hey guys, I rolled 19!
Victor, you pop out perfectly fine. Easily pull yourself out of the side, kind of shake off some water, look around, and you're just like, yeah, that was fine. Tough swim, but we're good. You look at the hole behind you and you're like, that's way too small for a hermit crab the size of a dragon.
Why are you guys like struggling fish out of water?
I just kind of exhaustingly look towards Victor, give him the finger, and then flop back down.
Um,
I'm exhausted, but I instinctively look at the skeletons, make sure they're not moving, and
they are, well, some of them are moving, but it's mostly because Deck and Rothamir are flopping around in them at the moment, trying to get some oxygen back in their bodies.
I'm moving the skeletons. You guys are freaking me out.
At least it's not a giant crab.
It's true. There isn't a giant crab trying to kill you at the moment.
Except for we don't know where we are now.
Well, you find yourself in what appears to be a natural cavern, which leads to this room that you're in. It looks to be like a small private shrine that must be connected somehow else to the monastery temple structure. But it looks like due to the various erosions and collapses, it is now kind of cut off from the rest of it, except for a patch of dirt and rock that you could probably tunnel through to the outside with a short bit of time. There's a small shrine set up on the north side where these skeletons are. It looks like they, like previous monks or worshippers, died here a long time ago while they were, just doing whatever it was they did here before everything came to an end. As you guys, take a breath, kind of get yourselves situated, kind of wipe the water out of your hair and eyes, kind of handle all of that. Rothamir, you check the Astral Compass to make sure that it's, safe.
Yeah.
And you notice that the bit of like compass part, the mechanical parts, are pointing to the shrine.
I'm gonna go take a look at that shrine.
As you go to investigate the shrine, you find amongst the fragments of dirt and rock a second piece of star fragment that can be placed in one of the empty sockets.
We'll go ahead and do that.
The minute you place it in there, you feel a surge of energy kind of work its way through the compass. To what end, you're not entirely sure. But then the compass immediately swings, pointing another direction, away from the monastery.
Well then, that way apparently?
That's the way it seems to work.
There is what appears to be, like I said, after you good news, you have a shovel, because you're going to need it, because that will be what you need to use to dig your way out of here. It will take some time, and eventually, once you escape from your current buried shrine, we'll see what happens next as we explore this next week.
Sounds good.
So, we explored the temple. Everything went pretty well on that end. Other than that, did everyone have fun tonight?
Yeah.
Good news, you didn't die to a giant crab.
That thing is terrifying.
It should be terrifying. It's meant to be more of a hazard than a thing you fight for real.
I could tell after 18 or 19 missed it.
So yeah, but yeah, so that was a thing. But other than that, those of you watching with us here and again later, thanks for hanging out with us. If you have a Twitch Prime subscription, and you want to give it to us, we'd enjoy that. Otherwise, feel free to hang out with us on our Discord. Link has been set up in the chat. You can also find us on YouTube, where you can watch many of these particular episodes again, as well as episodes of our other shows. You can find us on Twitter, TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, all those places, all the usual social medias, all in the links below. Definitely swing by the Discord and hang out with us if you wish. And also, we have some other games coming up this week. We had what, Descent to Avernus yesterday, right?
Yeah, programming. Tomorrow's episode of Tomb of Continuation, unfortunately, is not going to happen.
Oh, that's right.
There's a scheduling conflict. So our next broadcast will be next Monday. Descent into Avernus continues as the group on their way back to way towards the Bleeding Citadel. It got a little bit off track, and we might have a little bit of a random encounter to get back to the Citadel. And then we'll be back again, same bat channel, same bat time next Tuesday for another episode of Spelljamming.
Yeah. So yeah, there's no game tomorrow, but that just means you can go to the YouTube channel and watch and catch up on all that stuff, so you can see what you've missed out on up until now. Other than that, thanks for stopping by, and good night, and keep looking at the stars, as they say. See ya.